Said girls or boys today?
Starting with the girls. And did you get the message also? We don't have sound of the games for the boys' game. Coach had to duck out. He got called into sub. And so we're going to actually have time for more commercials.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656. From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
Open is playing.
Opening's playing.
Okay, pregame 1 is playing.
Pregame 1 is playing.
Yep.
Yeah, I keep repeating you right to Jed. He's wanting to keep track for the live feed or the video feed. I'm sorry if that's going to be confusing. I am so sorry, Brock.
That's okay.
Faith that you can handle. It's itching. Hammer on me. You're going to
Yeah.
run the central
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are live from St. Edmond Gym, looking at a brand new gymnasium floor. Not just a new design, not just a new paint. It's a whole new floor brought in this summer. I want to thank the crew that did that for them. It's gorgeous. Anyway, it's a cold evening out there. For those that aren't going to be able to make it to the game, I totally understand. But tonight, the girls and the boys are going to take on the Iowa Falls Alden Cadets. No love lost between these two teams. A lot of you remember back in the day when the Cadets were playing Collison and their other McDonald's All-Star player, and the Gaels had Munch and Brownlee and Bargfried and, I can't remember that other team, but just great games between them. And that's kind of the history of this game. It's never incredibly blown away, but it's always been very close. Girls, too. Last year, the girls did lose to Iowa Falls by 19. But a whole new year, whole new team as we sit here and look at a Gael team that's 1 year older and an Iowa Falls Cadet team that lost a couple of key players and are not rebuilding, but definitely aren't what they were last year. So that's where we're at tonight. We're going to go ahead, and we want to thank Kingsgate Insurance for our lineups. One thing, folks, if you are at home, you can watch us live. I'm not saying you should because you might see me. But you can watch us live. We are on the Facebook page for yourfortdodge.com and Sunny 99.7, and also on the YouTube page. So we are trying something out new with live streaming of the game. But let's talk about our lineups tonight. So this year, starting tonight for the Iowa Falls Cadets, they're going to start off with number 13, Grace Hartford. She's a junior guard at 5'4". Number 15, Isabel Jensen, junior guard. It's 5'6". Number 21, Elodie England, sophomore guard at 5'9". She's kind of their key player. Then we got 31, Robin Kelsey, junior center at 5'10". And number 33, Danica Reeks, a junior, is also playing center. So they're all guards and centers tonight, no forwards. She's coming in at 5'11". I'm back in the day where you had 2 forwards, 2 guards, and a center, but everybody's mixing stuff up nowadays. They're also calling the defense the 2-1-2, what I called the box and one. So I may call it the wrong thing. I may call it the old words, but that's where we're at. Let's talk tonight about the girls' lineup for the Gaels. So starting for the Gaels, our usual 5. We're going to start with number 2. I say the usual 5. They've only had 2 games so far, but they still are the usual. Number 2, Sophia Schlins, junior guard, 5'4". Number 4, Anna Lurson, senior guard at 5'7". Number 22, Chloe Palmer, junior guard at 5'6". Number 32, Eden Horn is back in from her ankle sprain, the freshman forward at 6'2". And number 42, Abby Huss, junior forward at 5'7". We're looking for a great lineup here tonight. Tip-off is going to be coming here, so we're waiting for the tip-off, and we're going to probably end up having to go back to commercial or back to studio in just a bit. I'm going to read you some of our sponsors tonight, people we want to say thank you to. Thank you that help pay for me to be able to sit here and talk to you, you to be able to sit there and listen to me, and the game to be also simulcast or live streamed on YouTube and on Facebook. So Peking Garden of Fort Dodge offers a Chinese food buffet like no other. They have so many options like spicy chicken, lo mein, crab ragoon. I love their crab ragoons, folks. They have chicken on a stick and so much more. They don't mention it, but their garlic chicken, another thing I absolutely love there. Peking Garden is open from 11 to 8:30 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday at 2510 Fifth Avenue South in Fort Dodge. You can also check them out on Facebook. Remember, folks, they're more than just a buffet. You can call in and carry out, or you can go in, order, and take out. Still have some great food there. Party Productions, everything you need to customize your event. Party Productions is your premier destination of choice, from huge event tents to theatrical rentals to balloons to an almost complete line of Melissa and Doug toys and everything in between. There isn't much you can't find under our roof, and they're exactly right. My daughter graduated 4 years ago, and the weather was turning on us. We're going to have an outdoor party. We had to get a tent, and they had one and brought it over and set it up for us. They had all the black and gold plates that she needed because she was going to go to University of Iowa. That got her taken out of the will because as an Iowa State grad, I almost couldn't handle that, but there they were. Party Productions have the answers for us. How about Flooring America Design Center? They're your source for top-quality flooring, cabinets, and countertops in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Explore their wide range of options from carpet and hardwood to tile and vinyl. Their experienced team provides expert installation and a satisfaction guaranteed. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll do station identification, and let's do a couple of commercials and pay some bills, and then when we come back here live, we'll bring you action from the St. Edmond Gaels and your Iowa Falls, Iowa Cadets. This is...
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
For the Gaels, a freshman wearing number 32, Edmond. For the Cadets, the junior wearing number 33, Reek. And for the Gaels, the junior wearing number 42, Abby Huss. The Cadets are coached by Mike Allison, assisted by Nate Adams and Ed Knight. The Gaels are coached by Mr. TJ Tracy, assisted by Mr. Sean Everton. We now ask you to please rise as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The anthem is over. The game's ready to get started. Both teams are getting on the court, getting ready for the tip-off. Old-fashioned tip-off as they meet in the center. So, of course, we know that Eden Horn's going to jump for the Gaels. We're going to have to see who then decides they get to have jump there for the Valley, for the Iowa Falls Alden Cadets. Looks like they're going to put Danica Reeks, a 5'11 junior, in there against freshman. Not going to put any bets on it because I'm going to gambling, man, but I bet Eden Horn is going to go ahead and get this jump and throw it back to Abby Huss. Ball goes up. No, she goes forward, and it goes into the hands of the Iowa Falls player. That's going to go into Grace Hartford, who brings the ball up quickly down to the right-hand side. Picks the ball up, does get it inside to Reeks. Reeks up against Horn. Nothing there for her. She goes back out top and down to the right-hand side to Reeks, or to Hartford again. Hartford once again tries to get in the middle. She does. Gets the ball into Elodie England. No good. Rebounded by Abby Huss, and here come the Gaels with their first offensive try. Chloe Palmer sets up the offense in the front top. Gives the ball over to Sophia Schlins on the left, right in the middle to Larson. We're going to get the ball back on the outside. They're looking to try and get it inside, but they're going to play smart tonight and get those shots they want. Here comes Palmer coming into the lane. Not there again, so she gets over the right-hand side to Huss. Huss puts up a three off the bank, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Cadets as Robin Kelsey gets the ball. Hands it over to England as she brings the ball across the timeline, ready to start playing a little basketball. Right away, they call a bump foul on Anna Larson as Elodie just gave right at her. That England decided to take it right at her, and Larson picks up her first foul. So 7:10 left in the first quarter. We got one foul of this quarter as the Cadets are going to take the ball in. The ball comes in quickly to England. England brings the ball down on the right-hand side. Crossover comes in. Double. She's getting guarded nicely by Palmer. Tries a handoff. It's not there. Hartford gets the ball down low. They get it into Reeks. She loses the handle, and Horn picks it up. She gives it to Chloe. Chloe's being guarded. They got a full-court press going. They get across quickly to Huss here on the right-hand side. Back out top to Palmer. Palmer over the left-hand side to Schlins. Schlins puts up the three off the rim. No good. Horn gets the rebound. It gets knocked out of her hands, and she gets pummeled, which then gets in the hands of the Cadets. Down the court quickly comes England. England tries to go up for the layup. It's not there. She called a foul. They called her fouled on that one. They're putting the foul on Schlins on that one, I think. Yep, definitely going on Schlins. So Schlins picks up her first foul, second team foul of the quarter, and that puts England at the line shooting 2. 6:36 left here in the quarter. Still no score. First shot is up, and it is in. Off the front of the rim, off the backboard, and in. She wanted to use every bit of real estate before putting it down. Sets up for her second shot. This time it's up and straight in. Didn't use any of it that time. She said, let's not mess around. We'll put it right in. So here come the Gaels. Palmer gets the ball. Again, she's guarded right away. Picked up half court over on this side by Jansen. They get across the timeline. Over the right-hand side to Huss. Huss gets it into Horn. Horn loses the handle. The ball is stolen by England, but they're going to call a holding foul on Horn on that one as England goes to the ground. So that's the third team foul first on Eden Horn. Looks like she's getting a little upset as she's getting bumped around underneath and they're not calling it. I think she's looking for something that they might be letting play here for a while. England gets the ball from the inbound pass. Comes out across. She's picked up by Palmer. And it does look at this time like the Gaels have gone from a box and one to a man. Long shot by England. It's no good. Horn gets the rebound. Gets the ball to Palmer. Palmer brings the court up. She's again picked up right away by Jansen. Jansen riding her like a rented mule. But Chloe gets around her. She's in the lane right at the free throw. Picks up. Shot goes off the rebound. No good. But Horn gets the rebound and gets the and one. So basket counts. And she's going to go to the line. They're going to call that on 21. It's England. England picks up her first foul. So there's 3 team fouls on the Gaels, 1 team foul on the Cadets as Horn goes to the line to shoot her first free throw. 2-2 tie here at 5:55. Horn's first shot and only shot up and good. Gaels take the lead. 3-2 just like that. Oh, now they've gone full court press. Inbound the ball. Schlins picks up England. They get it to Jansen across court, but she's covered quickly by Huss and Lursson. They go back out top. And they're giving it out over to England. England gets it inside underneath the Reeks. Ball is not there. She's way underneath, tries a shot, but they rebound. It goes out top. They try a three-pointer there by Hartford. Hartford's no good. Rebound bounces around. Hartford gets the ball, and now they give it over to England. England trying to drive down left-hand side. Has to back up outside the 3. She couldn't get it. Hartford has the ball. She's driving in the lane. Not there. She's guarded by Horn. She takes the shot anyway. It's up. Reeks get the rebound. It's not there. Second shot, no good. And the ball is stolen by Huss underneath as she tried to go up. That is a steal. And the Gaels get the ball. They get it quickly across court to Schlins, who takes it over to Huss, who takes a long 3 off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded. And then stripped by Palmer. Now picked back up. And they call travel. So it was picked up by Jansen. Jansen tried to take control of the ball, and she ends up traveling. So that's a turnover. So we got a nice little steal and a turnover all in about 10 seconds. So 5:07. The Gaels lead 3-2. They're taking it out right in front of their own bench. New thing here this year, the Gaels bench is on the side opposite of where they used to always were. So now they're right underneath us, so I could actually throw stuff at Coach. And I told him I'd do that, and it'd be a little fun. Gaels try to get the ball underneath into Horn, but it goes out of bounds. Not touched by the Iowa Falls Cadets, so that's a turnover, unforced by the Gaels. 5 minutes left, still 3-2. Jansen's going to bring Hartford's going to bring the ball in, and full court press is on by the Gaels. Ball, long pass goes over to Kelsey. Kelsey gets it over to Jansen. Jansen gets underneath to England. England goes for the 3. It hits nothing but air as she overshoots everything. Rebound by Jansen. She goes up to the top of the key. Long pass to nobody, but they do end up getting the ball anyway as Hartford finds it. They're going to try setting it back up. Here's England, top of the key. They're guarding them hard. Here's Palmer riding on her, saying, not getting in there, Bright, not getting you an easy shot. She picks up her dribble. They get back out top now and in the hands of Jansen. Jansen tried to come in the lane. She loses the handle, and they give it to Reeks way on the outside. Reeks goes over and tries. She does give it to Hartford, and that's a shot clock violation. Oh, that is great defense by the Gaels, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, love it when the shot clock runs out and they turn over. They were looking for an out of bounds. They're looking for a kick. They were looking for something. It just wasn't there. They just didn't get it in. So here come the Gaels, and they go across court to Schlins. Schlins at the 5. Bounce pass into Larson. Larson bounce pass out to Palmer on the left-hand side. She comes into the lane, inside the free throw line. Oh, basket goes in and out of the hoop. Nothing there. Rebounded by England. England is picked up by Chloe on this side of the court, and she makes it across half court now. Sits at the top of the key, drives down the left-hand side, takes her 2 steps. Holt picks it up. They look for a travel. It wasn't there. They called possession the whole time. They get the ball over now to Oh, big bump on that one. Jansen on the left-hand side. Oh, that's a great one. They're going to call player control, a charge on Jansen as she ran right into Lurson. They're saying Lurson had position. I say great call. I'm just sitting on my side, loving it. 3:56. The Gaels are up 3-2. That's 2 team fouls on the Cadets, 3 team fouls on the Gaels. They're going to give that foul this time to Hartford, and that's going to be Hartford's first. So here come the Gaels. Chloe has the ball coming up court. She is guarded, but it's picked up. They get it quickly into the lane as Lurson's in there. She tries a nice bounce pass underneath there as they try and get it into Noah. No, who is that? Beg your pardon, folks. Olivia Andrew is in giving Horn a bit of a break. So Olivia Andrews comes in. Here come the Cadets. They got across the timeline. Get the ball in the hands of Jansen. You done with that? All right, so Jansen gets the ball, gives it up to the top of the key to Kelsey. Kelsey loses it, or was it stolen by Palmer? Either way, I don't care. She drives all the way down, goes for the layup, and it's good. 5-2, Gaels lead, 3:22 left in the quarter. Cadets trying to rush the ball, and up court comes Hartford with the ball, but Lurson just pops it right out of her hand, out of bounds. That's okay, because it's still taking time off the shot clock, and they got to inbound it again without the momentum coming forward. Bit of a substitution coming in as new player comes in for the Cadets, and it's a player I don't have a number for, so that's number 5. No idea who number 5 is. Let's see if I can find him on their roster. Yep, that's Jordan Meyer. So Jordan Meyer comes in at number 5. They take the ball all the way down, give it inside there to, England. England's shot not there. Rebounded by Schlins, who gives it to Palmer. Palmer brings it back up court. Larson sets a pick. Palmer takes the 3 off the backboard. 8-2. Holy cow, folks. Like I always say, Banks closes. Oh, they're going to call block on that one. Yep, they got it inbound to England. England came rushing forward. Chloe Palmer, she had position, but she leaned into her. I think she could have gotten the charge, but she did lead into her, so she picks up the foul. That's going to be the 4th team foul, Palmer's first foul. Here come the Cadets trying to inbound the ball. They finally do get it in there to Jordan Meyer. Jordan Meyer. Oh, she stepped on the line. Good defense, and she was forced out of bounds by Maggie Flaherty in there now, and she causes another turnover. Gaels just putting on some tenacious D. All right, Horton's coming back in the game, and it looks like Lurson's coming out. So we're now still got 3 starters in. Then we got Flaherty, and we've got Andrews. So ball comes in to Chloe. She gets it over down to Maggie Flaherty. Flaherty tries to throw it into Olivia. Olivia can't get the ball as she's bumped around. They end up in the hands of England. England brings the ball up. She's at the top of the key again, driving left. She loses the handle, picked up by Schlins, gets the ball to Chloe. Another nice defensive pressure causing the turnover there. Here comes Chloe. She gets the ball down to Schlins in the far right hand. Back up to Chloe. She takes the long 3, and off the rim, not there. Oh, Olivia's inside, doesn't get the rebound as England reaches right over here. Long pass as it goes all the way down as they get it in the hands of Jansen. Jansen loses it. Chloe Palmer gets the ball back up. 8-2, 2:12 left. Ball is bouncing around. They get it inside to Horn. Horn sitting in the lane. She's got to get out of there. She goes out of the lane. She was sitting in there quite a while. I don't want her to get 3 seconds. Coming over the right-hand side to Schlins. All the way across to Maggie Flaherty. Flaherty back up top to Palmer. Going to reset the offense. Palmer comes up, shoots the 3. Oh, off the rim and around. Not there. Rebound goes to Iowa Falls Cadets as Myers picks it up. Gets an outlet pass to England. 1:48 left in the quarter. 8-2. Gaels still lead. And here comes England across the timeline. Again, trying to drive to the left-hand side. It's not there for her tonight. Jansen gives her the ball. Now it's back to England. She's going to try to go left-hand. She gets down inside the free throw line. Tried it. Oh, they're going to call travel on that one. Awesome defense by the Gaels again as there's a turnover. 8-2. Since the first possession of the game where they scored, they haven't had a chance to put any points on the board, and the Gaels have put on 8. So that's 8 unanswered points. Got 1:34 left. Ball is inbounded to Chloe Palmer. Palmer said, let's work this at our speed. We're doing what we want to do. Let's keep it up. She comes across and is picked up at the half-court line right away. Get it over on the right-hand side to Maggie Flaherty. Oh, they try to get a long pass and try to intercept it. She misses it. Palmer goes to the left, gives it to Huss on the out-hand side. Nope. Shot's not there. Rebounds to Horn. Not sure what they're going to call. 32 with the push or 44. I think they're going to call Evie Andrews with the push on that one. So that's a turnover. That's going to be the 5th foul, so it's a shooting foul. So 2 shots. They don't do the one-on-one anymore. They just go 5 fouls per quarter and just shoot 2. You know, rule changes are hard for old people. We just don't always know what's going on. So England's going to go to the line here to shoot 2 free throws. She currently has 1 point. First free throw is no good, so she still has 1 point. So I was wrong. They had the first 2 points. Wasn't a field goal. It was 2 free throws. Both of them missed 1 out of the 2. She's now 2 for 4, shooting 50%. She makes the second one. So 8-3. Gaels are up by 5. Minute 18 left. Ball goes inbound to Horn. Horn brings the ball up across the timeline, and they're going to set their offense all the way across to Huss. Huss gets into Olivia Andrews. Passes a little wild. She couldn't keep her hand on it. Goes through the hands of Jordan Myers and the Cadets, so it's out of bounds on the Cadets. Gaels are going to take over underneath their own hoop. 26 seconds on the shot clock, 1:09 in the quarter. While they're going out of bounds, folks, Colville Stop and Shop. They have the tastiest roasted chicken around. Colville Stop and Shop offers daily lunch specials along with gas, groceries, and more. Check them out in Colville. Stop and Shop. Shop small. Shop local. And the ball comes in. Oh, Olivia Andrew gets the ball. She tries to go off the backboard, but it's no good. But rebound by Horn. Horn can't get it. Second shot is up by Horn, and this time it's good. 2 rebounds and 2 points. 10-3, the Gaels lead with 58 seconds left in the quarter. Cadets trying to make it inside, and they do. They get it into real quickly underneath the baseline. Here comes Jansen. She goes in for the layup, and it goes in after bouncing around for a while. Lurson gets the ball. 46 seconds, 33 on the shot clock. They give it to Horn, left-hand side, outside the three-point line. She's looking to shoot, doesn't there, and she's tied to give it off to Lurson on the right-hand side. Long pass intercepted by Jansen. Jansen trying to go coast to coast. She comes all the way down. Great defense by Huss as she misses it, and Horn picks up the rebound. Here comes, that was such a great play. She was going to give it up. They got it down to Olivia Andrews. She was going to be not selfish and give it to Anna Lurson on the bounce pass, but she hit Anna Lurson's foot, and it went out of bounds. It was an unselfish play, kind you like to see, but unfortunately just didn't work out for him. That was incredible. She could have taken it in herself. They were 2-0 break. Ball pass comes in, and it's hit by Lurson, blocked around, but now the Cadets end up with it. They come across the timeline. In the hands of Hartford. Hartford gives it to England. England at the top of the key. She's working down the left-hand side. Goes back to Hartford. Hartford down the right-hand side in the corner. Over there to Jansen. Jansen trying to work baseline. It's not there. Back out to Hartford. Back out to England. 10 seconds left. No shot clock, of course, because they're and a kick. They should have called a kick on Hanson. They don't. They call out of bounds. Not sure how that happened, but I'm going to like it anyway. They call out of bounds on England. Lurson did kick the ball, but it did hit England and went out of bounds. They didn't call the kick, and they called it out of bounds on the Cadets. I'll take it. Ball goes into Schlinz's hands. 3 seconds left. They give it to Lurson at the free throw line. She tries to bounce pass into Horn. It's not there. Time runs out as the Iowa Falls Cadets hits one of the lights. That takes us to the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go back to studio. This is Lance Lennon coming to you live on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com, and video streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Back to you, Brock.
Okay, 30 seconds.
Perfect. While you were gone, a couple of possession changes, no scores. But here comes, real quick, the Cadets had the ball. Lurson steals a pass, goes coast to coast, all the way down for the layup. It's good. That's another 2 points. 15-5. Gaels lead. They've tripled up. Remember last year I said they lost by 19, but they're two different teams. We have a timeout called. Let's go back to studio for a 30-second break here. This is Lance Lennon on Sunny 99.7 and YourFortDodge.com.
Three, two, one.
Ooh, and we're back here for a humdinger of a game as the Cadets get to take the ball in underneath their hoop. They're picked up. Full court press putting on by the Gaels as Horn is running on. It's a light press. We aren't going to call that a full court press. We'll call it a four kind of press. Jansen comes across the three-point line. She drives the lane against Lurson. Lurson playing a little tentative on it because she's already picked up a couple of fouls, so she ended up getting the points on that one. Here come the Gaels. They are picked up as, Chloe's tripped up by Jansen. No foul call. Jansen picks up the ball and the easy layup as she goes underneath. It's going to be 15-9. The Gaels up by 6. Palmer not happy about that one. She's going to come across. As Lurson sets a hard. Yeah, they call her on it. She leaned into her. But she sets a hard pick, and she didn't think she did, but I can tell you from up here, she leaned into her, and down went Jansen, hit her hard. But great pick. You can't be upset at that one. But she did. They'll watch tape on that, and she'll see that that's probably the right call. She kept her feet in place. So Jansen out of match, but Jansen's going to be tentative. I'll tell you that for free. She is not going to come at anybody quickly again. England gets the ball across for the Cadets. The Cadets run down the left-hand side. She loves to go down the left-hand side. Nothing there. She's double-teamed, trying to get the outlet pass. Gets it over to Hartford. Hartford gets the ball back inside to Reeks. Not there, and tipped by Lurson as it goes out of bounds, but it was hit by Jansen after Lurson, so the turnover there. So Lurson has 2 fouls here. 6:17 left in the second quarter, 15-9. Gaels get a chance on this possession, hopefully, to score some points. Here comes Chloe bringing the ball up. Yeah, Jansen's laying off her quite a bit. She isn't Gardner. Here's Lurson at the free throw line. Out to Schlins. Back to Palmer. Palmer over to Huss. To Palmer. Oh, they try to intercept. She bounces off her hard. They don't call anything on it. They get it back to Lurson. And then we go to Huss with a three-point attempt. Not there. England with the rebound for the Cadets. Here come the Cadets up, trying to cut the lead again. It's 15-9, 6-point lead for the Gaels. Picks up the dribble. She's tag-teamed hard. They end up calling a jump ball as she gets surrounded, and Schlins has her hand on it long enough to get the jump ball call. So possession arrow is going to go to the Cadets. They're going to maintain possession, but still going to be time off the time clock. 26 seconds on the shot clock. 5:47 in the game. 15-9 Gael lead. They get the ball inbound to England. England picks up her dribble right outside the three-point line. Oh, but they do manage to slip it right between 2 defenders, get it into Jansen as she gets it underneath on there. Nice layup. So 15-11, 4-point lead now for the Gaels. Here comes Palmer across court. They're going to set up their offense. They get it to the free throw line at Lurson. Over to the right-hand side. In quickly to Horn underneath. And she is tapped by England. England's going to say it was all ball, but they're going to finally call it as she hit her on the arm. So foul on England. That's going to be her second foul. They're going to get the ball. The Gaels are going to get the ball underneath their own basket. Get a little substitution. Lurson's going to come out. Flaherty's going to come in. It's 5:22. Still 15-11. Well, not still, but it's 15-11. And here come the Gaels trying to get the ball in. Long pass. It's not there, but Maggie can get it in the backcourt. She's perfectly fine there. They get it to Horn across court. Down the corner to Palmer. Palmer driving inside. There's nothing there, but she's smacked on the arm that time by Jansen. They're going to call foul on Jansen. Just like that, they're going to have 2 team fouls. And the Gaels are going to take it out underneath. They're going to have 29 seconds on the shot clock. And timeout is called. 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it here this time, folks. We're going to thank some more of our sponsors. We're going to thank Michael Boer, American Family Insurance. As your American Family Insurance agent, Michael can offer you dependable auto, home, business, health, and life insurance, as well as other insurance products. See Michael Boer at American Family Insurance. Loffesweiler, they offer professional guidance with personal and specialized attention before, during, and after the loss of a loved one. Their reputation for honesty and integrity is very well known, and it's their most valuable asset. That's Loffesweiler Funeral Home here in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Thank those sponsors for keeping us on the air tonight. So Like we talked about last year, Gaels were over. The last time they were there, they played over in Iowa Falls, lost by 19. Another cold, wintry night. I remember driving over for that one. It was kind of like driving here for this one. Just windy, cold, and light snow on the ground. Gaels are going to take it out underneath their own basket. 35 seconds on the shot clock. They reset the shot clock after the foul. Palmer's going to inbound for the Gaels. A 2-3 setup for the Cadets as the ball's looking for a nice inbound pass. It's not there. They're going to go far out to Schlins, over to Flattery. Flattery on the right-hand side, down to Palmer in the corner. Palmer dribbles up, gets it to Schlins at the top. Back over to Palmer. She's about halfway down the key, comes inside the lane, goes up with a nice little shot, a little 10-footer. It's not there. They go to get the ball, and they call a jump ball. Possession on that one is going to be for the Gaels. So that was a nice rebound shot, hit at the rim. They reset the shot clock back to 35, 5:02, 15-11. The Gaels have yet to score this quarter. They came out a little cold, and the Cadets came out a little hot, and they got to get back in their rhythm. So I take that back. They did score right away a couple of points, and then the timeout by the Cadets, which actually ended up being a very good timeout for the time being. Slins has the top of the key over right-hand side to Huss. Huss back over to Palmer down on the right-hand side. Into the middle to Horn. It's not there, but Horn is knocked around, and they do say it's off of Horn's hand. They're really letting them play and bump around down underneath. They're just not letting them hit their arms, or I don't know. I think Horn's getting beat up underneath there. England brings the ball up for the Cadets as she comes across the half-court line. Goes down on the right-hand side, picks up her dribble. It's not there. They get it over to Kelsey. Kelsey gets it over into Hartford. Hartford tries to drive down left-hand side baseline. Not there. Ball is bounced around. Gets into Reeks on the inside. Rejected. Horn says, no. Don't bring that in here. Here come the Gaels. Palmer brings it across that timeline over the right-hand side in the hands of Schlins. Right into Flaherty at the free throw line. She's sitting there. Oh, she doesn't take the shot. She was wide open, but I don't think she's feeling it yet. Schlins gets inside, puts up a 2. It's not there. Horn gets the rebound. Outlets to Palmer. Palmer takes a 3. Not there. Doesn't even hit the rim. And, there's Horn. And there's Flattery. Flattery gets the ball. Flaherty, out. Back out to Schlins. Schlins into Huss, who's right in the lane. They are bouncing around, pounding around. They finally call a jump. They better start calling some stuff underneath her. This is going to get ugly. So, Gaels lose the possession arrow on the nice little rebounds and fights under there. Cadets are going to have the ball. Everybody's getting a little winded and a little bit scrappy. Coach Gollison's looking for stuff underneath, saying, please try to get a little control. I don't care who you call it on, but you got to call something. They give the ball to England. England brings the ball up court. She's got Palmer guarding her. Palmer, nice little pick attempt, but Palmer gets around it. They now have it up top to Jansen. Jansen drives in the outside. Horn tries to get the rejection, misses it, but the shot is long. Palmer gets the rebound, and she's going to bring it up for the Gaels. Still 15-11. We got 3:40 left in the half. Palmer gets across the timeline, over to the left-hand side to Schlins, gets it inside to Andrew. Andrews gets the ball 2 steps, nice and in, and 1. She makes a layup and is fouled. I think they're going to end up calling that foul on Robin Kelsey. Yep, 31. They're going to call her with the hold, so Olivia Andrew comes in and says, let's decide to make some points here. We've gone long enough without him. So 2 for her with a chance to shoot. That's 3 fouls this quarter on the Cadets and 1 foul for the Gaels. For a shot is up and no good as Horn manages to knock the ball out of bounds. So nobody gets the rebound, but it is out on Horn. Still 17-11. So here come the Cadets underneath their own basket. Inbound it with 3:32 left in the quarter. Coach, looks like the ref's talking to everybody, telling them to settle down a little bit. And she says, all right, let's bring it in and go. Here we go. All right, Jansen gets the ball. She's going to inbound, come up court. Gaels setting up their defense. Does look like they're playing man here. And we've got Horn on Jansen. Jansen trying to come in. Horn, once again, eats her lunch. Just nothing doing. Jansen tried to come in right side, up for the left. That was a double-handed block, folks. That wasn't a one-handed block. That was a snufferoonie. Oh, my goodness. That's 2 blocks on the night for Horn, who's just starting to assert that I'm here to play. Out of bounds on Horn. Here come the Cadets bringing the ball inbound. They get it over here to England. England on the left-hand side. Look, she comes in 2 steps. Oh, that was one of them things you watch on YouTube nowadays where they take the stutter step, and it looks like they're taking 3, but it's only 2. But she misses the shot. Ball is passed out and intercepted by Palmer. Palmer coming up court as she's being ridden hard by Jansen. She holds up and comes across the timeline. Ball's over here to Huss on the right-hand side. Huss looking for an inlet pass. Not there. The ball is rejected on a long pass. It gets in the hands of Jansen. Jansen coming down. Oh, she's going to travel. She tried to make a stop and doesn't because Schlins was there. That is, I'm going to call that a defensive travel. Great causational turnover for the Gaels. Oh, 17-11 still. 6-point lead for the Gaels here. 2:52 left in the second quarter or in the half, however you want to look at it. Here comes Palmer. gives the ball up to Huss. Huss brings the ball across the half court line. All the way across court to Schlinn. Schlinn's had to jump for that one. Inbound pass to Olivia. Olivia Andrews. She loses the handle, but Chloe Palmer picks it up. Palmer has it. Going to set the offense back up. She's on the right-hand side of the top of the key, and they call timeout. We're going to go back. It's a full timeout. We'll go back to studio, pay a few light bills. This is Lance Lennon coming to you live on Sunday 99.7 and your 4. Your4Dodge.com bringing live to you here from the St. Edmond Gymnasium Gale. If you're watching the live stream, you can see the new gymnasium floor. If you're not watching live, picture it. It's a wonderful pale walnut, or what I call pine floor, but they got, looks like oak inlays in a shamrock in the middle with the SE. It's just beautiful. Long pass for the Gaels as they get over to Huss on the left-hand side. She gives it into the middle to Olivia Andrew. Nothing there for Andrew. They get it back out to the right-hand side. They're going to call 3 seconds on horn on that one. So turnover by the Gaels, 3 seconds on horn. 17-11, 2:21 in the quarter. Gaels turn it over as horn. Kind of forgot that you can't just stand in the lane. So here comes England with the ball for the Cadets coming across the shamrock. She gets it up, trying to set up the offense. They try and set a pick on Palmer, but that is it. And England loses the ball as she broke through the pass. Long pass down to Horn. Horn is on the inside. She's in the lane. She throws it up and one. She makes the layup and gets the foul. They're going to call the foul this time. So it's going to be the 4th team foul. And the foul's going to go on 13. That's going to be on Grace Hartford. Hartford picks up her 2nd foul of the game. And that's the 4th team foul this quarter. 2:06 left. Next foul, we're shooting 2 free throws. Horn's going to go up for 1, 19-11. And lock it up, folks. It's going to be 20-11 as Horn makes the free throw. Oh, almost steps on the line as they inbound, but the pass gets into England. England brings the ball up. She's at the top of the key. Fakes left, goes right, loses the ball as she goes out of bounds. She stepped on Horn's foot, and the ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say it was off of one of the St. Ed's players. But that was a complete. She just lost the ball and threw it at a player and bounced it off him. She got lucky on that one because it would have gone out on its own anyway. Inbound pass goes to Reekers. Reekers gets it over to Kelsey. Kelsey gets it into Jansen underneath. Nothing there. We get it back out to Hartford. Hartford doesn't want it to give it to Jansen just inside the three-point line. Not there. Rebounded by Huss. She meant business on that one as she kind of swung her elbows after getting it. Gets the ball to Palmer. Palmer back to Huss across the timeline. She's on the right-hand side. Setting up the defense. Right at the free throw line to Andrews. Andrews takes a couple of dribbles. Spin move. Goes in. It's good. Layup's good. 22-11 as the Gaels go up 11. They're doubling them up again. 1:28 left in the quarter. Up by 11 now. Here comes England across the half-court line. Takes it. Oh, she's almost going for a three-pointer. She doesn't give it to Hansen. Tries the three-pointers. Johansson. Not there. Horn picks up the rebound. Palmer gets the ball up across the court. She's saying, let's slow it down, set up the offense. Over to Huss, right-hand side. Into Andrews again, right at the free throw line. She's going to turn around, try the shot. Not there. Rebounded by Kelsey. The one name I keep forgetting is Kelsey for the Cadets. Sorry, folks. I have to look at it every time. Kelsey gets the ball, gets it over to England. England goes left side. Tries a shot. Not there. A couple of spin moves. Still nothing there. They get it over to Hartford. Hartford tries her first three-pointer of the game. Not there. Reekers goes for the rebound. Not there. Bounces around, and Horn gets the rebound. Gaels are up 22-11, 48 seconds. Palmer brings the ball across, gets it over to Schlinn's deep right. Ball up, hits the rim, bounces around, and in a three-pointer, 25-11, 40 seconds left. Here come the Cadets. Trying to make up some of the ground they've lost, and I don't know. They've lost a lot of ground. England comes across the court, guarded hard by Palmer. Palmer breaks through a pick, passes wild in there, and it's out of bounds. Unforced turnover again as the Gaels take over the ball. 26 seconds in the half, no shot clock. Gaels have total command of the floor right now, 25-11, 14-point lead. Full court press as Jansen tries to cover Palmer. They get it over to Schlin. Schlin goes all the way over to Huss. Way over on the right-hand side outside the three-pointer. Whoa, long pass intercepted by England. That one was pretty much telegraphed. Here comes England all the way down, coach. Oh, are they going to call block? Yeah, it's as close as you could be without a charge. It was a block, and they're going to give her the block. And did she make the basket? I really wasn't watching the ball, folks. I was watching to see what they called. 2 shots. She didn't make the shot, so that's all right. Smart foul. So Chloe picks up her second foul on Palmer as England goes to the line shooting 2. First shot off the back of the rim. Not good. 15 and a half seconds left. Gaels still lead 25-11. Got a little bit of substitution. In comes Myers. Out goes Jansen. Jansen going to take a little bit of a sit down. Probably rest for the last 15 seconds of the half. I doubt she'll make it back in. Here comes England. Setting up for her second shot. And it is, no good as Horn gets the rebound. Horn really starting to pick up her rebounding game. Here comes Palmer across half court. 10 seconds on the clock. They're really not trying too hard. Oh, and they break through a nice pick, and Chloe's decides she's going to take it all the way in. Nothing there, but Horn gets the rebound, and it's good at 1 second left, and that's it for the half as Horn makes the 2-pointer. 27-11, 16-point lead going into the half. We're going to go back to studio for our halftime show. This is Lance Lennon here on Sunny 99.7, your Fort Dodge streaming video on Facebook and on YouTube.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
came back, and I don't know if you know this, but they won at home in Hilton Coliseum, which I would never want to play as a visitor there, but would love to have played as a Cyclone. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and cut back to commercial. Take about a minute and a half worth of break here as we are coming to you live on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
Okay, we're clear.
Perfect. So fast, reliable, and affordable phone repairs. And while you wait, enjoy a fresh boba and crispy, crunchy chicken. That's Highway 20 Liquors downtown in Fort Dodge. Gaels inbound the ball to start the second half as they get it into the free throw line to Lurson. Lurson all the way over the right side to Schlins. Schlins back up top to Palmer. Back out to Schlins. Schlins goes for the three-pointer. It's off the rim. No good. Rebound gets into the hands of the Cadets as it's picked up by Kelsey. She hands it off to Jansen. Jansen's going ahead and bring the ball up. Gives it over to Hartford here on the right-hand side. Hartford drives down. He tries to go baseline. She's quickly picked up as the pass is tipped by Huss and gets in the hands of Lurson. So nice interception. Here come the Gaels. 16-point lead as they get it down the left-hand side. Back up top. Here's Lurson at the free throw line. Out to Huss. Huss goes up for the three. Good. Nothing but net. That was harp music right there. Again, they got to watch that line as the Cadets are inbounding because Kelsey stepped on it as she comes in. She's kind of got this running inbound pass. England has the ball, gets it to Jansen. Jansen tries to go in for the layup. It's there. That's a long layup. We'll call a layup from 10 feet out. And they get two. So 30-13, 17-point lead for the Gaels. They get it over to Huss on the right-hand side, over to Schlins on the left-hand side. Long pass, top of the key to Palmer. They're going to call travel on Palmer. She didn't realize she did it, but even from up here I saw that one. She's going to have to kind of settle down, folks. And Huss is telling them just that. We can settle down. I know we're excited. I know this is fun, but we got to take our time. So here come the Cadets. England brings the ball across half court. She drives into the lane, takes a couple of steps, nothing there, but she manages to make something out of it with a scoop layup over Palmer. 32-13. Gaels still lead. Here comes Lurson bringing the ball up. Passes over to Palmer. Palmer comes across the timeline, sets it up top of the key. Right-hand side, Schlins into Lurson, into Horn underneath. Horn up and in. Good. That's what they probably practice all day long. Cadets inbound. Here comes England coming across half court. She's picked up by Palmer. Palmer playing good D on her. They're trying to set a nice little block by Hartford. England off the glass hits a three. Sorry, folks. That's a three-pointer on the bank shot. 32-18. Palmer has the ball, setting up the offense for the Gaels. Get it into the half to free throw line. Tardy Lurson. Lurson puts off a free throw shot. It's a little flat. Doesn't go. England picks up the rebound, comes across the timeline, and sets up the offense. Working down the right-hand side, over dribbles, crossover, and tries to go into the lane. She pushes right into Palmer. Nothing there. They wanted to travel. It wasn't there. Long errant pass as they throw it out of bounds. Again, I think they're letting a lot of play here. A lot of stuff. This is the same crew that was over at South Central Calhoun Monday night. Recognize the mustachioed redhead. Not a lot of those mustachioed redheads around, but they're fair. They're equal. I think everybody's getting the same calls. Ball comes over to Schlins here on the left-hand side. She tries a three and touches nothing and goes out of bounds. So that's out of bounds on the Gaels. 5:41 left in the quarter, pardon me. Cadets take it over. England's bringing the ball up. Setting up the offense. Works over to the left-hand side. Tries to drive inside the left-hand side. Bounce pass goes in and right in the hands of Horn. Horn intercepts the pass, gives it to Palmer. Palmer picked up by Jansen. Jansen going to play full court press on her. Jansen, again, bouncing off her a couple times, but they do not call a foul on it. They get it inbound quick to Lurson. Back out to Palmer for a three off the back of the rim. Rebound to Schlins. Schlins quickly into Horn. Horn underneath off the backboard. Another two. She's got 14, 34-18. Gaels lead by 16. England's bringing the ball up for the Cadets. Setting up the offense over here on the right-hand side. Goes inside to Reichs. Reichs puts up a shot. No, pardon me, doesn't. She takes it back, throws it out to Kelsey. Kelsey gives it over to Hartford. Hartford tries to drill in, hits the bottom of the board. Too far underneath, can't get around Horn. Horn has a nice defensive turnover. Here comes Palmer. Gets it into Lurson at the free throw line. She's going to try that shot again. This time it's no good, but goes out of bounds. That's out of bounds. Lurson's kind of like, I just don't know what I did with that one. And it's all right. It happens. No worries. Cadets are going to go ahead and inbound. This is, again, Kelsey's going to inbound the ball. She's running inbound and didn't do it that time. She's done it a lot of times where it looks like she's going to step on the line. It's really close. England brings the ball on the right-hand side all the way down through the lane, and she's picked by Lurson, but they're going to call, jump ball. No foul on that one. They called jump ball, so she had control of the ball. Possession arrow is going to go to the Cadets. So Cadets keep possession. Don't get a turnover on the shot clock. 27 seconds on that. 4:35 left in the quarter. Gaels lead 34-18, 16-point lead. Ball comes out to Reeks. Reeks tries up. It's off of the rim on the the close side. Rebound picked up by Palmer. Palmer coming down court. Working the offense over the right-hand side to Schlins. Schlins gets it into the free throw line to Lurson. Quick pass out to Huss. And that was a pass right into the hands. Yeah, and that's a reach. Right into the hands of the Cadet as she came up court and is reached by Palmer before they can have a half break. So that's going to be the third on Palmer. First team foul of the quarter. 4:16 left. Gaels still up 34-16. Ball's going to come inbound on the front side of the court. England gets the ball. She's working right to left. Gives it over to Reeks on the right-hand side. Trying to make a pass inbound to Jansen. Long pass. Can't control. Out of bounds. Gaels take over. Here's Lurson picking the ball up out of bounds. Nope. Ref didn't want to let him just go. He says, come over here. There we go. Inbound comes to Palmer. Palmer again. Jansen Gardner. Full court. Palmer taking it right to her. Comes across half court. Give it over the right-hand side to Huss. Huss back up top to Palmer. In the free throw line to Lurson. Back over to the left-hand side to Schlins. Schlins hits the three. 37-18, 19-point lead. And the Cadets bring the ball back, looking to get some more of that real estate that they keep losing. England has the ball. Nice spin move on the inside. Double spin. She cannot get anything. Throws it out to Jansen. Jansen tries to come in. Pickpocketed by Schlins, and Lurson ends up with the ball after that pickpocket. Gives the ball to Huss. Huss brings it down quick. 2 steps and up, and the ball is no good. Not even on the rim, but Horn gets it, and she puts it in after a lot of bounces around the rim. 39-18, 20-point lead, 21-point lead. Maths are hard. Gaels lead. Here come the Cadets. England bringing the ball up. She's at the top of the key, trying to step the offense. Wants to work on the left-hand side. She likes that spin move. She's good at it. She goes one step right, spin, pivots, goes left, but doesn't make the shot. Horn gets the rebound. Palmer gets the ball up court. Very quickly to Huss on the right-hand side. Back to Palmer outside the key. Down to Huss. Huss takes another three. Oh, off the rim, just not there. Schlins with the rebound. She's working it hard. Passes out to Lurson. Back to Schlins on the bottom right-hand side. They get it into Lurson all the way out to Huss. Back to Lurson at the free throw line. There goes, Schlins gets a little tip on that. They're going to call the pass to Horn, who gets it back out to Palmer. She nails the three. 42-18 as timeout is called. We're going to go back to studio. This is Lance Lennon coming to you live on Sunny 99.7 and yourfortdodge.com. Right?
4,
Okay.
3, 2.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lance Lennon coming to you live from the Red Hot Gale Gymnasium. This new floor is magic. The Gales are on fire. Cadets have the ball. England bringing the ball up for the Cadets as she wants to find something against Lurson. Not there. Olivia Andrews in, and she goes in quick, but they manage to bounce the ball around. Reeks gets a chance at the shot. She misses, but gets her own rebound, goes up, makes the shot, and is fouled. They're going to call Huss on that foul. That's the end one. She's going to make she's going to get 3 points the old-fashioned way possibility here. So 42-20, still a 22-point lead. Reek's going to go to the line shooting her first free throw. Couple of bounces as she's ready to throw it up. No good. Rebound fought over, and it looks like, no, the Cadets keep possession as England has it underneath. She takes a shot. It's not there. Maggie Flaherty gets the rebound, gets it to Lurson, who wants to bring the ball up court. A little bit of a roughing up going down there, but all's cool now. So here comes Schlins, top of the key. Gets it over left-hand side to Maggie Flaherty. Back to Schlins at the top. Free throw line. Lurson, back to Schlins. Back to Flaherty. Flaherty over on the left-hand side. Over to Huss on the right-hand side. Huss looking to get it in. It's not there. She gets it back to Schlins at the top of the key. Schlins lines up, takes a three off the back of the rim. Not there. Reeks gets the rebound. Outlet pass to Hartford. Hartford up to England. England's across the timeline. Cadets are looking to get some points. Here comes England. She tries to dribble in on the left. Can't go. Spin move. Runs around the right. Pickpocketed by Larson. Ball goes loose. Gets picked up there by the Cadets. Oh! Hard pick set by Hartford. Hartford on that one. Hard pick. Lurson goes down. They're going to call push on that one. They're going to call Olivia Andrew on the push for this. She can't believe that one. She thought it was a travel, and they're going to call a push. So Olivia picks up her second foul. Ball goes underneath. That is the third team foul for the quarter for the Gaels. 1:29 left here in the third quarter as the Cadets get the ball inbound underneath their own basket. They get it out to England out here on the right-hand side. She's working into the lane. Back out to Hartford. Hartford tries to drive baseline, runs into Lurson, puts the shot up. It's not there. It's going to go out on the Gaels as the shot was kind of blocked by the Gaels. 27 on the shot clock as the Cadets are still going to inbound again right underneath their own basket. Looking to get the ball into Reeks. They do right away. Bounces it off her foot, but it's picked up by the Cadets. They give it out to Jansen up top. She takes a free throw type shot. Not there. Rebound by Andrews. Gets the ball outlet quickly to Schlins across timeline. The Gaels are going to set up. They get it into Livia. She takes a couple of steps into the lane. Basket's not there. They're going to say it's on the line and out on her. She's not happy, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Cadets get the turnover. Still 42-20, 12-2-point lead. I got to quit saying still, folks. I'm sorry. Here come the Cadets. England brings the ball up. Left-hand side to right-hand side again. She gets it over to Jansen. Jansen loses it, picks up the dribble, tries to do the pass, can't get it. Gets it in the hands of Hartnett. She comes around up to the top of the key. Long pass over to England on the left-hand side. Drives in left, and she is going to make the shot, and they're going to call a foul on Huss on that one. That's going to be the fourth team foul and one. England's going to go to the line, shooting the old-fashioned three-pointer. Basket's good. Fouls on 42 on the arm. That was the ref that was behind him. I don't know how he called that one because up here it looked like all ball. But I'm not on the court. I always got to make that little disclaimer. England puts up her free throw, and it's no good. Rebounded by Hartford. Hartford can't touch it. It's off of Hartford, but no, they're going to say it's off of the Gaels. Stays in the hands of the Cadets. I don't know how that was called that way, but it was, and that's okay. Cadets are going to continue getting the ball underneath. 32 seconds on the shot clock. Far pass into Reeks. Reeks gives it over to Kelsey. Kelsey tries to get it underneath to Jansen. It's not there. Ball is bouncing around. Does end up in the hands of Jansen. Jansen coming down left-hand side, working right to left. She works it all the way over. Takes a shot. It's long. Nothing there. Lurson gets the rebound. 29 seconds left. No shot clock. The Gaels can work for last shot if they want to. Far over to the right-hand side. All the way over to the left-hand side to Huss. Back up top to Flaherty. Back over to Schlins. Schlins gets it in. Inside. Oh, a quick pass by Lurson goes through the hands of Andrews. It goes out of bounds. That's an unforced turnover on the Gaels. 15.9 seconds for the Cadets, and they're bringing in Meyer, and out goes Kelsey. Cadets got 15 seconds. They do a rolling inbound, so the clock hasn't started yet. They're going to pick it up. Here goes the clock. They're across the timeline. England way out top, picks up the dribble, gets it to Reeks, top of the key. Andrews, good defense, makes her lose the ball. England gets back out top, gets it. She loses the dribble as Lurson steals it from her. She comes in, goes underneath. No foul. There's lots of They're going to call that on Olivia. So much contact on that shot. No foul called there. Olivia came in, stole the ball from England, and little bump on that one, and they're going to call her on it. That's going to be the fifth team foul, so England's going to go to the line, shoot two with 0.9 seconds left. And that's going to be the third foul on Olivia Andrew. I think she's probably going to end up going, well, they'll let her play out the third quarter and then probably have her sit for the fourth with 3 fouls. While we're waiting for the shot to come up, there's Appliance Plus Furniture and Mattress. They have 2 locations in Webster City and Algona, where Plus is so much more. Thank you for your sponsorship. Stone Creek Landscape and Nursery, located at 3525 Fifth Avenue South in Fort Dodge, growing beauty and building trust for 20 years. First shot is up by England and good. 42-23, 19-point lead for the Gaels. 0.9 seconds left in the third quarter. Second shot is up and good. England making good on her free throws this second half, that's for sure. 42-24. There's your buzzer. We're going to go ahead and go to the third quarter with your Wheelchair Dynamics sound of the game after the Wheelchair Dynamics commercial. This is Lance Lennon here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
Five, four, three.
Back to the final quarter of play here in the girls' basketball as the Gaels are whooping up on the Cadets. Gaels have possession. They get the ball right-hand side. Quickly inside to Eden Horn. Eden puts the ball down over Palmer at the free throw line. She puts up a nice little jump shot. Not there. Horn gets the rebound. Puts it back for 2. Gaels coming back 42-24. 20 points here with 7:43 in the fourth quarter. Cadets have the ball. England on the left-hand side. Working the ball. Picks up her dribble where she's stripped by Palmer, but it goes out of bounds on Palmer. Nice defense on that one. Shot clock again doesn't get refreshed. 25 seconds, 7:35. Remember, we had 1 shot clock violation as the Gaels playing tenacious D this evening. They get the ball into Meyer. Meyer picked by by Huss. She ends up getting the ball out of bounds. So the Cadets again are going to have to inbound another 5 seconds off. It's 21 seconds on the shot clock. And they haven't made any progress. They go all the way back to the backcourt, try and bring it up and set things up. Here comes England back up top, working the right-hand side this time. She comes down, pick, set, nothing there, but they do a nice little pass into Reeks. Nothing for her. Back out to England. England, nice dribble under the leg, coming in on the right-hand side again. Pivot foot down. She picked up that pivot foot for sure that time. They didn't call it. They get it to Jansen. There it is, folks. Shot clock violation. Was just talking about it. That's a forced turnover by that defense. Great D as the Gaels lead 44-24, 7:10 left here. Man, a week off, and these girls were chomping at the bit, ready to play. They wanted this, and they wanted their first home court win. And it looks like they're going to get there unless something incredible happens. Chloe Palmer gives it to Huss on the left-hand side. Huss puts up a long 3 on the left-hand side. Not there. Reeks with the rebound. Gives it to England. England brings it up. They go down quick to Jansen. Jansen tries to go in baseline. She gives a nice little pass over to Reeks. Reeks does get the inside shot. 44-26, 6:43 left. Don't want to give them any more points than they have. Here comes Palmer as Jansen is guarding her all court. She's on her all night, all the time. Little bump on that one. They don't call. Back to Palmer. Palmer gets it over to Lurson. Lurson's in the lane, gets it back out to Huss on the right-hand side. Long pass, intercepted by Jansen. Jansen's going to go coast to coast. Puts up the, and it's no good. Distracted by Palmer, who was clapping her hands all over. Oh, they're going to call a big old bump on that one. Pass was to Horn, and she got ran into by Meyer. Meyer is hurt on that play. Horn kind of just shakes it off. Meyer just ran into her, and I think there was more there than she expected. They're going to take her out. Back in comes Kelsey. So Meyer goes out. We're going to have timeout. We're going to go back to studio. Nope, I think they're only calling it 30. We're going to stay here, folks, and need some of our ads. Thanks some of our sponsors. So let's thank Daniel Lynch at Farm Bureau Financial Services. They don't say 2 birds with 1 stone. They say 2 damages with 1 deductible. With Farm Bureau, if your home and auto are both damaged in 1 storm, you only pay 1 deductible. Talk to Danielle Lynch in Fort Dodge about the 1 deductible advantage. Give her a call at 515-955-1050 today. Plum Supply Kitchens and Bath. Choosing items for your home should be as fun and creative as the experience that you want it to be. At Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths, the beautifully displayed kitchens and baths can inspire you to bring your space one step closer to reality. Located on South 22nd Street in Fort Dodge. In case you didn't pick that up, folks, it's Plum Supply Kitchens and Baths. Remember, kitchens and bathrooms add value to your home. Gaels inbound. They get the ball over the top to Horn. Horn is bumped hard, goes to the ground. No foul called. As she's kind of wondering, why are they just letting them beat me up like that? They get it inside quickly back to Horn. Out to Palmer on the bottom left-hand side. She puts up a three. Oh, it's good. It's beautiful, folks. They want to beat up Horn on the inside. That's going to free up the shooters on the outside. England brings the ball up court for the Cadets. She tries a nice little over and back. Not over and back, but she did a nice little move. Anyway, they get back to Jansen. She gets a three-pointer over on the right-hand side of the key. The Gaels up 47-25, 22-point lead. Huss gets the ball across the timeline. She gets the ball at the free throw line to Lurson. Lurson doesn't get the shot. They give it back to Huss. Long three-pointer from the very top of the key. It's no good. Rebound to Schlinn. Schlinn's over to Palmer, who's going to bring it back up and set up the offense. Lurson at the free throw line. Back out to Palmer. Palmer over on the left-hand side to Huss. Huss works it back up top to Palmer. Still looking to try and get it inside. Over to Schlinn. Schlinn's long pass into Horn. Horn's quite a bit far out. They give a nice give and go to Palmer. She goes up, puts in the layup. 2 more points. 5:14 left in the game. 49-29, 20-point lead. Long pass attempt by the Cadets to get it down to Jansen. And they're going to say tip by Larson off the hands of Jansen and in the hands of the Gaels. Gaels get possession. Coach Collison doesn't like that call. He's kind of telling him, it really didn't touch my girl. And he's saying, well, I didn't call it. Sorry. Okay, well, nice conversation, but he's getting his point across. Larson inbounds the ball to Palmer. Palmer's being ridden hard again by Jansen. Jansen trying to pick her pocket. There's Larson at the three-point line. Gets it into Horn. Horn dribbles down, puts up the layup, and it's good. She gets another inside point. 51-29. 4:53 left. Quickly down are the Cadets. England has the ball. Not London. It's England. Not London, England. Alden, England. She takes the three-pointer off the right-hand side of the top of the key. Bounces in and out. Reeks gets the rebound. It's not there. She goes up for the shot. Misses, but is fouled by Horn. Horn's going to pick up, I think, her second foul of the game. And they're going to send Reeks to the line shooting 3. Yep, her second foul. So shooting 2, not 3. Beg your pardon. It's number 33. First free throw. Line drive. It is good. Ladies and gentlemen, Fort Dodge Fiber is one of our sponsors. Register today for cutting-edge technology and lightning-fast broadband at FortDodgeFiber.com. Thank you, Jeremy, for your sponsorship and allowing me to say these words over the airwaves. I appreciate it. That's Jeremy Pearson, who is the director of Fort Dodge Fiber. Second shot for Reeks is up off the backboard and good. 51-31. Gaels get the ball over in Horn. They're doing a full court press now. They get the ball across the timeline to Huss. Huss over to Schlinn's here on the left-hand side. Give it back up top to Palmer. Set it up. Over to Schlinn's my side. Inside to Horn, not there. To Palmer, who comes and dribbles in. Nice little floater. It's not there. Reek get the rebound for the Cadets. Cadets bring it up in the hands of Hartnett. Hartnett comes across the half-court line. A couple of dribbles, trying to dribble down on the right side. Not there. Gets it outside to Hansen. Jansen's going to come down to the bottom line. Off the side of the rim. No good. Ball is loose. There's a fight for it and a struggle, and they're going to say, yep, she had the ball. Timeout by Collison. He's going to call a full timeout. We'll go back to studio, take a little break. This is Lance Landon coming to you live from yourfortdodge.com and Sunny 99.7.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
as the Gaels lead 51-31, 20-point lead as we play the last part of the last quarter of the first game here in tonight's doubleheader. When we last left our heroes, the Cadets were inbounding in their own side of the court. 19 seconds on the shot clock. They get the ball to England. She drives down the left-hand side this time. Not there. She is pushed out. Pardon me. Nice little block. I'm going to call that a block on Chloe Palmer. Palmer gets the ball after Horn gets the rebound on that one. Over here to the right-hand side, left-hand side to Huss. Back up top to Palmer. Palmer over the right-hand side to Schlins. Looking to work it inside. All the way across to Huss on the left-hand side. Into Lerson at the free throw line. Over to Schlins on the right side. Top. Left. Huss driving in. England tries for a little block. Nice move by Huss as that goes up and in. Drives right in, bounces off of England, and puts up a nice little floater. 53-31, 3:28 left in the quarter. England gets the ball inside to Reeks. Reeks playing against. They call it jump ball as she tries to go inside, brings the ball down. Lerson grabs a hold of it. Jump ball. Possession arrow goes to one of the two. It's going to go to the Cadets. Okay. So Cadets are going to come under their own. Cadets bring a new player in. We're going to bring in Andrea Hernandez, seeing the first court time here tonight. She's inbounding for the Cadets. They get it into Reeks. Reeks playing up against Horn. Horn just takes the ball out of her hand. I think it's a block or a steal, or it's a steal block, whatever you want to call it. They give it to Palmer. Palmer's across the court, setting up the offense. Top of the key. Left-hand side, Schlins. Schlins puts up a three. Drano. 56-31. Gaels. Nice shot by Schlins. England brings the ball up once again for the Cadets. She's on the right-hand side of the key. Picks up her dribble, guarded heavily. They get it into Reeks, who's in the lane. Nothing there for her. She's still in the lane. They do get it off to England. Still in the lane. Rebound by Horn. Gaels get a quick outlet to Lerson. Lerson's coming down as Hernandez bumps her. Probably a good foul by Hernandez to not give him the free point. She's going to have to go to the line and earn it the old-fashioned way. She's going to do 2 free throws here. While she's lighting up, let's say thanks to Jaden Electric. Qualified electricians that can accomplish projects both big and small. They offer everything from 24-hour electrical service and design, repair, and build in Iowa. First free throw by Lerson, up and good. Jaden Electric is a family-owned company who care about quality and customer service. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes, 38 seconds left. We're getting a line change as everybody's getting a little court time here tonight. The only one still in is Lerson, and if she makes this shot, she's coming out. We have both the Andrews sisters in, as Olivia and Ava are playing right now, and Maggie Flaherty and Ava Bradley. So we've got 2 Avas out there. And also playing is, there goes Lerson out, and Evie Heldorfer comes in. In the lineup now, we got Kelsey giving the ball inbound here to, I can't quite see the number. She's going back and forth there. Looks like Ella Bridgewater. Bridgewater gives the ball to Hernandez. Hernandez, that's a double dribble. I don't think she understood that she had picked it up and put it right back down. That's a turnover. Heldorfer's going to inbound the ball to Flaherty as Maggie brings the ball up for the Gaels. 2:26 left in the game. Maggie comes across the court, gets it over the right-hand side to Heldorfer. Back to Flaherty. Flaherty back to Heldorfer. Not there. She kicks a nice little move. Decides to give it back to Flaherty. Flaherty gets it into Ava, Andrew. Ava gets into Ava Bradley. That's the Ava connection. Misses the shot. Rebound goes to Olivia, Andrew. Olivia still fighting for the rebound. It's bounced around. The Cadets get it. And here comes the ball across court again. Now Bridgewater brings it up. Tries to go inside, goes to Hernandez. Long three, nothing but hair, but Ava Andrew touches it as it goes out of bounds. So it's going to be off the Gaels. Minute 56, 58-31. And in comes a couple of more players for the Gaels. So we're going to have Ava Underberg come in. Maggie Flaherty's going out. Olivia Andrews going out. And Morgan Lewis is in. So I got all 3 Avas in. So we can go Ava to Ava to Ava if we want, but I don't know if they will. Inbound pass. They try to get to Hernandez. It's bounced around. They do get the ball. They keep a hold of it. It's in the hands of Chloe Hovertson. She gives it off, to Olivia Schulte. He tries a three-pointer. It's no good. Morgan Lewis brings the ball all the way down court, goes for the shot. It's blocked. She had court to court and was going really well, but shot is blocked by Kelsey. Here come the Cadets down. They get the ball quickly up and in the hands of Schulte. Schulte tries for the three-pointer. Not there, but it goes off of a Gale out of bounds. Minute 26. Again, the Cadets going to take the ball out of bounds. Nothing off the shot clock because she didn't touch the rim with that shot. So still 25 seconds. Quick inbound pass is to Olivia Schulte. She goes up for two. She is fouled. Shot is no good. She's going to be shooting two from the line. While she's getting ready to shoot, we want to say thank you to CJ Bio of America. CJ Bio is a global leader in animal nutrition and health, and they are looking for motivated and talented individuals to join their growing team. If you're looking for a competitive pay, amazing benefits, and being valued in the workplace, apply today at CJ Bio America's Facebook page. Equal Opportunity Employer. First shot by Schulte. No good. So still 58-31. Second shot is up and is no good as Ava Andrew gets the rebound. Quick pass over to Morgan Lewis. Morgan looks and finds Ava Bradley over on the right-hand side deep in the corner. Open. Hernandez all over her. She tries to pass it in to Ava Underberg. Can't get the pass to her. It goes out of bounds. Nobody touches it, so it's off of Ava Bradley. Cadets take possession. Minute 14. Up come the Cadets. Inbound, quick over-under pass. Goes down low. It's not there. And, tipped around. Ava Bradley gets the loose ball. She's coming across the timeline now. Gives it over to Lewis on the right-hand side. Gets it into Ava Underberg. Ava Underberg goes up for the shot. It's not there. Misses. Gets the rebound. Elsie Holdorfer gets it. And very smart move as she bounces it off her opponent's foot. With 52 seconds left, that's a very smart play. She was tied up underneath, didn't have an outlet pass. So she threw it off the foot of the defender and maintains possession. 32 seconds on the shot clock as Holdorfer is going to inbound for the Gaels. New players in for the Cadets. I'm not going to make up names, but I'm going to try my best to say the right names. Morgan Lewis gets it over on the bottom left-hand side. She drives all the way in, comes into the lane, goes for the layup. Not there. It's out of bounds off of one of the Cadets. That's going to be off of Noelle Winters. And the Gaels keep the ball in possession. I think we're going to go ahead and call a timeout on this side. Haven't called whether it's a full timeout or not. They're going with a 30-second timeout. Full timeout. We'll go back to studio, play a couple more commercials. This is Lance Cunningham coming to you live from Sunny 99.7 and yourfortdodge.com.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
Guys, that's Monteith. I'm not going to be able to say that name real well, and I apologize if I killed it. They go back out off the top of the rim. They didn't call it out of bounds. They're going to let it go ahead and play. That was a long shot by Hovertson. It hits the top of the rim and kind of rolls around out there, but they let it play. 16 seconds left. Holdorfer is just going to hold on to the ball. Yeah, they are going to guard her, though, so they're going to make them count it. They get it over to Ava Andrew. They're just holding it. I don't know why they're being defended now by, 3 seconds left. Game is over, and that is going to be it. Gaels are going to take this one 58-31. Gael victory here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back to studio for some commercials. When we come back, we'll have some stats and information. Then we're going to go right into pregame for the next show, or the next game. This is Lance Lennon coming to you live here, Sunny 99.7 and yourfortdodge.com.
Camera click.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau Agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
But that would have been South Hamilton and Southeast Valley. So, boys are warming up out here. We're going to go ahead and go back to studio, take a couple breaks, thank a few of our sponsors from this game, and then go into pregame. So we're going to take it back to studio here and listen to Lance Lennon live with Gale Basketball on Sunny 99.7 and YourFortDodge.com. and gentlemen out there in Gale basketball wonderland, thank you for turning in here on Sunday 99.7 and YourFortDodge.com as we bring you the team game number 2 of the doubleheader as the St. Edmond Gaels take on the Iowa Falls Cadets. Let's go through starting lineups here for the boys' game. For the Cadets, number 4, Brody McNeil, a junior. 6'1", number 10, Daniel Michelson, a junior at 5'5". Number 14, Carson Callis, he's a junior at 5'8". Number 32, Colin Piper, junior at 6'2". And number 40, Sam Turner, a sophomore at 5'11". For the Gaels, our usual starting five will be getting out there. We got number 5, Jacob Hoopman, a senior forward at 6'2". Number 10, Jack McElroy, senior guard at 6 foot. Number 12, Grant Gallus, senior guard at 6'1". And number 34, Hunter Horn, senior forward at 6'5", and 42, Carson Bargfried, senior guard at 6'2". So we know coming off of the bench, number 6 is going to be Ty Miracle. The big question is who's going to be 7 and who's going to be 8, as Jackson Calvert is out for 6 weeks with a broken hand. You heard that in the pregame with Coach. We want to thank for our starting lineups here. I want to say a big nice thanks again to Kingsgate Insurance. They are the ones who sponsor the starting lineups. So I'm not certain. I talked to Coach a little bit. I think he said he's going to make a game time decision, determine who's going to come out number 7 if they need him and number 8. But working in that, knowing 6 weeks you don't have your number 7 player out there, you really got to concentrate on building somebody up. And I think there's a couple of players that could do it, but it's hard to step into those shoes. I mean, if you're looking at maybe possibly junior Griffin Loftusweiler, sophomore Thomas Ean coming in. Those are a couple players who get in early. Jacob Nealon, saw some playing time early in the game against Clarion Goldfield, but we'll have to wait and see. So again, these teams, the St. Edmond Gaels, have not played since a week ago in Clarion Goldfield, and the Cadets haven't played in over a week also, as their last game was at South Hamilton. Both Gaels are coming in 1-0, and the Cadets are coming in 1-1. Would have been nice if we'd had the chance to have played South Hamilton to have a common opponent, but no such luck on that one. So we'll kind of see how things go. Opening lineups have been discussed over here, have been called. We're going to go ahead and get to the tip. And for our tip tonight, we want to thank North Central OCC. They are our sponsor for tonight's tip-off as the Gaels take on the Cadets in tonight's second game of our doubleheader. Oh, got a little bit of the white stripes in the background, if you can hear it, the Seven Nation Army. Jack White recently inducted into the Hall of Fame. I don't know if you're aware of that. There's your little tip for the day, folks. Your little trivia piece. Statistician with me. I got Rob Ean here taking stats for me. I do appreciate that. Every year he comes up and does that for me because we know I'm terrible. Tip-off goes to the Gaels as his backcourt goes to Jackson McElroy. Mr. McElroy brings the ball up court, gets it in the hands on the right-hand side to Gallus. Gallus up to Bargfried. Bargfried into Horn, who's coming down the lane, loses the handle. Not there, but he goes for the bounce, off the glass, misses it, gets his own rebound, gets it out to Bargfried. Bargfried takes it just outside the free throw line. It's up and good. First 2 points go to the Gaels. 7:31, 2-0. Cadets bring the ball up court. Ball's with Michelson. Michelson hands the ball off to McNeil. McNeil over on the right-hand side tries to get it inside to Sam Turner. Turner loses the ball, but they're going to call it out on Horn. So they're going to maintain control of the ball as it goes out of bounds. Nothing off the shot clock. Not sure why. There definitely should have been time off the shot clock because I think that was just out of bounds unless they say we had possession before going out of bounds. So inbounded by the Cadets here. Long inbound pass to Carson Callis. Callis has the ball over on the right-hand side. Tries to dribble baseline. Koopman guarding him hard. Not there for him. Turner has the ball. He tries to drive the lane. Outlet pass. Back out to Callis at the top of the key. He's again against Koopman. Nice little jump, but nothing there for him. Ball back to, McNeil. McNeil gives it to Sam Turner. Hits the top of the rim with that shot. That is out of bounds. That was just a very high shot. I thought he had more of an arch on it, but he arched it so much it hit the top of the backboard before anything else. Out of bounds for the Cadets. Gaels take over. 2-0, 7 minutes left. McElroy brings the ball up court across for the Gaels. Over to Carson Barker on the right-hand side. Looking to get it inside. Not there to Horn. Horn comes out to the top of the key. He's being guarded tightly there by Piper. He goes in for the layup, misses it, rebounded by Turner. Turner gives the ball to Callis. Callis brings the ball up, goes for a three-pointer himself. It's off of the rim, no good. Koopman gets the rebound. He's going to bring a long pass up to Bargfried. Bargfried on the right-hand side, down in the corner to Horn, back up to Bargfried. Over to McElroy, over to Gaels on the left-hand side. Back up top of the key to Bargfried. Bargfried into the lane. Not there. He picks up the dribble. Gets out of the lane, takes a couple steps, gives it to Horn. Horn outlet back down, left-hand side to Bargfried. Tries for the three. Fake three, goes in. Nothing there. Horn brings it in. Takes the shot. Not any good, but he was fouled. They're going to call a foul, I think, on McNeil on that one. That'll be the first team foul. Yep, McNeil gets the foul. So Horn's going to go to the line shooting two. First team foul of the night. First team foul for the Cadets. So not Carson. That is Hunter at the free throw line now, looking for his first points of the game. 6-12 in the quarter. First shot is up and good. 3-0. While he's lining up, remember Mitchell State Farm Insurance in Fort Dodge. Contact Mitch at 515-576-4171 today for life, home, business, and auto insurance. Mitch can also help you regarding mutual funds, investments, and annuities. Get a free quote at 515-576-4171. Second shot is up and good. 4-0, 6-12 in the quarter as Hunter hits the second free throw. So 2 points for Horn, 2 points for Bargfried. Up across court and picked up by Bargfried was McNeil. He gets over the right-hand side to Daniel Michelson. Michelson gives the ball off to Piper, who tries to go inside, back to the far side. McNeil outlet onto the top of the key to Claulis. Claulis tries a three-pointer. Not good. Gaels rebounds. Gaels brings the ball right into the lane, but it closes up quick on him. And the ball is stolen, and going down is Carson Callis for the layup, and it's good. 4-2. Gaels still lead. They give the ball back to McElroy. McElroy brings the ball across the timeline. He comes over, gives it to quick handoff to Bargfried. Bargfried's Horn of the left-hand side. Give it to McElroy, far right. He goes off. It's off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound picked up by Horn to Bargfried. Bargfried tries the three. Not there. Koopman tries for the rebound, and they go into a bit of a battle, and they're going to call it off of Brody McNeil, so it's out of bounds on Brody for the Cadets, and the Gaels keep possession. 34 seconds on the shot clock. McElroy going to inbound it right in front of a friendly audience over there. They get to Gaels up on the left-hand side. They get it over to Hunter Horn, who's in the lane. Looks for a spin move. Nice little in-lean. Not there. He goes in for the layup. Can't get it. Goes for the rebound. It misses, and it's out of bound on Horn. He calls it, that's on me. I should have been able to do more. It's early, and it's all good. 4-2. Gale lead. 5:16 left in the corner. Michelson bringing the ball up court. Michelson, I think. They have 5'8" on there, but he doesn't look 5'8". He's a short little fast kid. And they give the ball inside quick to Colin Piper. Colin Piper pulls up from the free throw line, and it's good. 4-4, 5:02 left in the corner. McElroy brings the ball up. He's on the left-hand side of the key. Bounce pass down to the bottom to Bargfried. He's trying to get it into Horn. He gets it to Horn. It's tipped out of Horn's hand and gets in the hands of Michelson. Michelson brings it across the timeline, sets up the offense, goes over left-hand side, gives it to Callis. Callis trying to drive into the lane, ends up backing out. He's at the top of the key. Down low on the right-hand side to McNeil. McNeil brings it back up top to Colin Piper. Over to Sam Turner. Turner tries the three-pointer. It's off the rim. No good. Gaels with the rebound. Gives the ball to McElroy, who brings the ball quickly up court. Quick dribble behind the back and pulls up and says, let's set up the offense. Nothing going on the inside. Taking his time up top, setting up the offense, coming left to right, now right to left. Gets the Hunter over on the right-hand side. Hunter driving in, goes baseline, off the glass and in. Hunter with the second 2 points. So that's 4 points, 6-4 for Gaels. Inbound pass goes to McNeil. McNeil going to bring the ball up. He's picked up at half court by Bargfried. They go over the right-hand side where Gaels is guarding Michelson, long pass they tried to get in. It's picked off by Horn, who is pushed. Intentional foul. He's hurt. Oh, it looks like he's hurt. And he's laughing about it. Kid pushed him hard, knocked him down. Intentional foul. So he's going to go. He's going to shoot at least 2, and they'll get possession. They're going to say, clear off. That's an intentional foul. You don't even get to get on the line, kid. Laugh all you want. Coach didn't like the intentional, but there was no doubt about it. He didn't go for ball. He pushed him. Horn walking it off. 3:58 left, 6-4. Gaels lead. I don't think you're going to want to do that, because if you didn't get him out of the game, you're probably just going to upset him, and he's going to come at you all game. So, foul's going to be on Colin Piper. He picks up his first foul. Colin Piper still thinking it's kind of funny. I don't know, buddy. First shot, good. 7-4. Hunter seems to have walked it off. He did land hard on his hip. At this point, I see a little talking going on between McElroy and Piper. I think Piper's saying, I didn't do it on purpose. It wasn't. And yeah, you can say all you want, but I don't know that you wanted to do that. Hunter Horn lines up for a second free throw. It is up, and this one, good. All right, so 2 points and the ball. Can maintain possession here. 3:58 left in the quarter. Gaels still maintain possession. 8-4 lead as Koopman's going to inbound the ball right in front of the St. Ed's audience. McElroy gets the ball, setting up the offense. Gets a quick bounce pass inside to Horn. Horn at the free throw line, just on the outside. They get it over to McElroy, top of the key to Miracle. Miracle, Bargfried back to McElroy, who drives lane, not there, backs it back out. They give it to Bargfried, top of the key. He gets it inside to Horn. Horn takes a couple of steps. Ball is stripped. He goes for the layup, gets the second attempt at it. It's good. 10-4. Horn now has 6 points. 8 points, pardon me. Is it 6 or 8? Well, we'll have to look at the score. 8 points, yep. So down underneath, the Cadets have it. They give it to Piper. Piper brings it up top, gives it to Turner. Turner at the top of the key tries to bounce pass, gets it down to Michelson. Michelson gives it off to McNeil. McNeil still way outside the three-pointer. He's being guarded by Barkley. Tries to drive in, not there. They give it to Piper, tries to draw in. Back out to Turner, who goes in for the shot. Over Horn, not good. Bounced around. He gets his own rebound. Ball was in the hands of Piper. He gets stripped, and he touches it last. It goes. Nope, they're going to call it. Last touch by the Gaels off of Horn as he stripped it out of Piper's hands. So Piper didn't touch it again. It went out of bounds, so they're going to maintain control of the ball. 32 seconds on the shot clock, 2:51 in the quarter. Gaels lead 10-4. Inbound pass goes to Callis. Up here far on the left-hand side. He's bringing it to the top of the key. Over to Michelson. Michelson down to Piper. Piper back to Michelson. They're working it back up to the top of the key. He tries to drive in the lane. It's not there. He wraps it through Koopman's legs. Stolen by Horn. Koopman goes in deep. Nice little shot. It's not any good. Rebounded by Callis. So Cadets maintain to get possession back. 10-4 Gaels. 2:31. Callis has the ball up top. He gives the ball to McNeil. McNeil on the top of the key against McElroy. He tries to drive lane, pushes off, and gets the ball in. So he did a nice little push off on McElroy. They don't call it. He gets the 2 points, 10-6. Gaels still leading now. McElroy gets the ball up top. 2:12 left, 27 on the shot clock. They're going to set offense up. McElroy working left to right, gets it over to Miracle. Miracle to Bargfried on the right-hand side. Three-pointer, not good. Horn tips the rebound. It gets into the hands of Michelson, so Michelson gets the rebounds on that one. Shortest guy on the court with a long rebound. Gives the ball to Callis. Callis drives up quickly. He's again against McElroy. They're going to call McElroy with the hold on that one way before the shot. So McElroy is going to pick up his first foul of the game and the first team foul on the Gaels. Minute 50 left. Cadets are going to take it out over on the right-hand side of the court. 10-6. Gael lead with Cadets in possession. I should say inbounding. Ball goes to McNeil over on the right-hand side. Almost to the center court. He's being guarded. Oh, we got a new one in for the Gaels as Logan Hansen comes in, getting a little playing time. Logan Hansen guarding McNeil out on the three-point line. They get to Turner top of the key, not there. They give it to Piper over on the right-hand side. He puts it up off the glass for 2. 10-8. 1:27. Gaels lead. McElroy brings the ball down court. Ball is over to Miracle on the three-pointer. He gets up with the shot, and it's good. Miracle drains a three from the left-hand side. Responding to that two-pointer by Popper saying, I don't care if you make 2. I'll put in 3. Long inbound pass is stripped by Miracle. Miracle gets the ball. Gets it over to McElroy. Minute 7 left, and there was a nice little pickpocket. His Horn comes all the way down with the pass. Layup and good. 15-8. 7-point lead the Gaels as the crowd is starting to get into this one. Cadets bring it up court and they cross timeline in the hands of Callis over here on the right-hand side. He's being guarded by McElroy. Over to the left-hand side to Piper down in the right-hand corner. Left-hand corner, McNeil. McNeil trying to drive in. It's not there. Block pass as they try to get it in. Oh, big push on that one by Piper as he pushes Horn again. They call the push on him, so that's going to be another foul, or they're just going to call it out of bounds. They aren't even going to call the push. They don't even call the foul. Okay, so that's interesting to know. They're going to let him push him around. No foul, but out of bounds on Piper. Gaels have the ball, 15-8, 35 seconds left in the quarter. Ball goes over to Koopman here on the right-hand side, outside the three-point. He's playing against Turner. They give it to Horn all the way across top of the key into the lane. He goes with a nice hook shot. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It's up. It's good. 17-8. Gaels lead by 9. Ball comes up court for the Cadets as McNeil comes across the timeline. He's coming up against Logan. Oh, he takes out a long 3. Rebound. They're probably not there. Rebound to Miracle. Miracle hands off the ball to McElroy as he brings the ball up. So Hansen with a nice play on that one. The defense. Ty Miracle, another three, right-hand side off the front of the rim. Ball bounces around. That's the quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back to studio. This is Lance Lennon coming to you live. A 17-8 lead as the go to first end of the first quarter on Sunday 99. First foul of the quarter for the Gaels, first foul of the quarter period. So underneath the inbound by McNeil here for the Cadets. As they're going to try and get the ball in. They get the ball back right to Callis. They're down in the bottom right-hand side. He works his way up and down. They give it to Piper up top of the key. He's going against Horn. Out to Turner. Turner has the ball. He's trying to drive in the lane against Gallus. Still not there. They give the ball to Michelson. Back out to Turner. Up to Callis. A three-point try. Callis goes long three-point. Not there. Bargford gets the rebound. He's pickpocketed, and it gets right back in the hands of Callis. Callis gets pickpocketed by Gallus, but they're going to call a foul and say Gallus reached. Second foul of the quarter. First foul on, maybe the second foul on, nope, first foul on Gallus. Second foul of the quarter for the Gaels. Second foul of the quarter to begin with, or for totals. So a lot of movement on that play. No score, not much change. We're back to where we started. Inbounding right under their own basket. Come the Cadets. And there it was. Nice defense by Gallus as they give the ball to Corey Bargford, who puts it down. Slam dunk, ladies and gentlemen. That was a two-hander right in. I think Coach on the other side wanted a little bit of showboating and a tee for holding the rim, but he didn't hold it that long. Plus, you get everybody going. Underneath here on the right-hand side, we got Brody McNeil back up top to Piper. Piper gets the ball over to Turner. Turner goes into battle with Gallus. Gallus forces the ball out of bounds on Turner. He wanted a foul. Not there. Coach wanted to push. Not there. They didn't call it on Piper. They aren't going to call it on Gallus. That's just calling it the same way both ways. And as long as they're going to be fair about it, I'm okay with it. Let the boys play. Just don't let them get out of control. McElroy brings the ball up, and the Gaels on quite the run. 19-8, 11-point lead. Horn has the ball up here on the right-hand side, drives into the lane as he's being pushed hard on by Piper. He goes under Piper. Another 2 points for Horn. Here comes Callis bringing the ball across the timeline. He's picked up by McElroy. Gets up to the top to McNeil. McNeil picked up by Bargfried. Back to the top of the key to Michelson. Michelson being guided by Miracle. They get it into Callis, who tries to go inside. He's blocked right away. Nothing there, but he does a nice little floater. No shot made. Goes out of bounds. Oh, they're going to call out of bounds on Brody McNeil. I think Bargfried tipped it off of him and out of bounds. A little bit upset, I think, on that call, but that's the way the ball bounces, folks. So Gaels get possession again, leading 21-8, 13-point lead. McElroy inbounds the ball to Gallus, who gives it right back to him, so he comes at court. Comes right up to half court. Get over to Koopman. Koopman on the line, so that's going to be a 2 if it goes. No go. Turner gets the rebound, but they're going to say when he came down with it, he was fouled by Miracle. So fouled by Miracle on that one, or they're going to call Fowler just out of bounds. All right, so they're going to say Miracle just pickpocketed him, but it hit his hand and went out of bounds. Before the buzzer stand, they're going to bring Horn back in. So out goes Gallus, in goes Horn. So we got Gallus, Koopman, McElroy, Bargfried, and Miracle in for the Gaels. Coming up court right now is Callis with the ball. Comes across midcourt. moving pick on McElroy is Cal. Oh, that is a long three. He took that basically from the very bottom of the Shamrock. That's a long three. So 21-11, Gaels lead by 10. Hunter Horn gets the ball, drives into the lane against Piper. No basket, but he's fouled. They're going to call Piper for his foul. I think that's going to be his second or his third. Remember, he has one personal now intentional, and the second personal foul. Well, they're all the same fouls. He's got 2 fouls. 5:40 in the quarter, 21-11. Horn going to the line, shooting 2. I think Horn is figuring out that if he takes it to him, he's going to either foul or make the baskets or both. And I think you'll see a lot more of that. I told you, you probably didn't want to upset him like they did. Horn, first shot, up and good. It's off the front of the rim and the backboard, but it still made it in. You don't get points for pretty, folks. You just get points for putting it through the hoop. 5:40, 22-11. Gaels double up the score. Out comes Piper with 2 fouls. In comes Isaiah Jess for the Cadets. Isaiah Jess seeing his first minutes of the game. A couple of deep breaths for Horn as he sets up for his second shot. This shot is up and good. 23-11, Gaels up by 12. Give the ball to McNeil to bring the court up. He's being picked up by Bargfried right at half court, saying we aren't going to give you that open shot at the top of the key or way outside the key. They give it to Callis. Callis goes for another long three, and that one's good. He's out here thinking he's Caitlin Clark, and he's acting like it and making them. So if they're going to not guard him, he's going to take those shots. 23-14, 9-point lead. They get it into Horn right in the lane. He goes up for a soft jumper. Nothing but net. 27-14, back up to 13, just like, or 25-14, back up to an 11-point lead. McNeil brings the ball up, gives it to Michelson. Michelson over on the right-hand side comes up to the top of the key. Looking for Callis. Callis goes deep. He's not open. They can't get it to him, so they do end up coming back up top handle. He takes another deep three. That hits nothing but air, but caught by Koopman. Koopman gets the ball to Bargfried, who gets the ball to nobody. The pass was tipped, and they're going to call... Oh, they're going to call a push on Bargfried. Okay, well, the ball was up and loose, and they call a push on Bargfried. In comes Gallus. Out goes Miracle. In comes Hansen. Out goes Bargfried. Bargfried picked up his second foul with 4:50 left in the second quarter. 25-14, 11-point lead. Cadets get to bring the ball in. We have 14 fouls for the Gaels. That means the next foul, and fouls from now on, are 2 shots for the Cadets. They get the ball inside quickly to Turner. He has nothing there. They get it back out to Michelson. He gets it, tries to get it inside to McNeil. Gets it outside to Turner. Turner goes for the three. It's long, not there. Hansen gets the rebound. Hands it to Koopman. Gives it to McElroy, who gets it across line. We got a layout. Oh! We are definitely going to have a foul on that one as they go for the alley-oop. Hunter Horn doesn't make the basket, but they're going to call a foul as Isaiah Jess got in his way. So 42 called with the foul on that one as Horn went down again, but didn't go down hard. Coach giving him a little talk. I don't know what they're talking about, but... Well, he did try to go over him. He just didn't move out of the way, and he wasn't in possession movement. I don't think it was intentional, but it definitely was a foul. So 26-14 is Horn makes his first one. Let's thank a sponsor here. We're going to talk Sports Page Bar and Grill. Bring the entire family out to enjoy your favorite teams. They have 44, count them, folks, 44 flat-screen TVs. You can enjoy your favorite meal and drink while you enjoy the game at Sports Page Bar and Grill. Who doesn't like their wings? Oh, I love their wings. That sounds so good. I might call those in before I go home tonight. Horn goes up for the second shot. It's no good. Rebounded by the Cadets as it's taken down by McNeil. McNeil brings the ball up across the timeline. He's picked up by Koopman. Goes to the free throw line, picks up the dribble, passes it over to Michelson, up to Turner at the top of the key. Turner takes a couple of dribbles and gives it back to McNeil. McNeil looking to drive inside. He takes a big ball, ends up in the hands of Miracle, and they call jump ball as he went up and didn't have control of it. They called jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Gaels. 26-14, 12-point lead, 4:10 left in the half. Gallus bringing the ball up this time as he's in, and they're giving McElroy a breather. Hansen has the ball. He gets it to Horn at the free throw line. Horn, they're going to call for a travel. I picked that one up myself up here. I don't think he knows that he did, but he did, and that's okay. 4:02, 26-14 Gael lead. Full court press on now for the Gaels as they try to get the ball in. They do get the ball in to Michelson. Michelson being guarded by Miracle, gives him about 6 foot. Now he's closing in on him. Oh, nice attempt at a pick as Michelson has to go behind the back. They give it to Callis. Callis way outside. They give it to Turner, who's coming down left-hand side. Goes in, not there. Out to McNeil. McNeil goes for the three. It's off the rim. No good. Miracle with the rebound. He's hurrying up court. He decides to hold up. Gives it to Gallus. Says, set up the offense. Let's play our game. Gallus drives in. Not there. Gives it to Horn. Horn gives it to Hansen. Hansen at the left-hand side three-point line. Miracle. Top of the key. Three-pointer. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, 29-14, 15-point lead, 3:27 here in the quarter. Miracle with another three-pointer. It's a miracle, folks. Nope, it's just tie. Ball goes over to the right-hand side for the Cadets. They get it back to the top to Turner. Turner turns it over to Michelson. Michelson gets it inside to Jess. Jess goes back out to Turner. Turner takes it down the bottom left. They're going to call time. Oh, Miracle tries to tie him up, but they're going to call him on the reach on that one, and that is the 15th foul. That's going to send Turner to the line shooting two with 3:09. While Turner gets ready to go to the line, I want to say thank you to Community Health Center. Community Health Center of Fort Dodge, with locations in Fort Dodge, Mason City, Dayton, and Eagle Grove. They offer medical, dental, and behavioral health services for patients of all ages. Their caring staff is committed to your well-being and getting you back to feeling like yourself again. That's Community Health Center. Thank you very much. Turner's first shot is up and good, 29-15. More substitutions coming in. I'm going to have to look at my roster here and see who all in and who all is out. Brody Harper comes in for the Cadets. So we have Brody, Callis, we have McNeil, Turner, and Jess still in. For the Gaels, we have McElroy, Logan. Oh, and that's a lane violation by the Cadets as Jess jumped in. That shot's going to be no good. That's a turnover to the Gaels. We have Koopman, Koopman, McElroy, Miracle, Horn, and Hogan. So McElroy bringing the ball up court, setting up wide open. He goes into the lane, but passes it out to Hansen. Hansen gives it back to him over on the right-hand side. Oh, quick ball turn over to Miracle. Back out to McElroy on the outside. Over to Horn on the way far right. He takes a three-point shot, not there, off the front of the rim, rebounded by Callis. Cadets take possession, bringing the ball up, keeps it himself. He comes across half court, gives it to Turner on the right-hand side. Down in the bottom there to Brody Harper. Brody Harper just coming off the bench. I don't know if you want to worry about him. He's a little cold. But Miracle guarding him. They get it over to Jess. Jess just inside the three-point line. A nice fadeaway jumper. It falls. 29-17. 12 points for the Gaels as they lead. 12-point lead. 2:30 left in the quarter here in the second period and in the half. McElroy gets the ball into Horn. Horn, bottom left of the lane. He makes a nice spin move around Jess. Goes in. Makes it. He falls to the floor. No foul called, but the shot is good. 31-17. Here comes Callis with the ball coming up for the Cadets. They go deep down to Harper. Harper drives baseline. Nothing there as he tries to do an outlet pass to Jess, but it's tipped out of bounds by Koopman. Cadets will take the ball out underneath, a little farther out, not quite right under the hoop. They're going to go closer to the St. Edmond student body. He's going to try and inbound the pass now. They already got the ball. He's at 3-4. A long inbound pass to Turner. Turner up the top of the key. Over to McNeil on the right-hand side. He comes up top. They try to get it inside. Pass deflected by Horn and into the hands of Logan. Hansen gets the ball quickly down to Koopman, who gets it to Horn. Over to McElroy, the right-hand side, as he's setting up the offense. Nice pick set by Horn. McElroy comes in. Outlet pass to Koopman, who drives inside after that. Floater, it's up and good. 1:43 left in the game. 33-17, Gaels lead. And the Cadets get the ball to Turner, who comes across half court. He's at the top of the key, tries to get the ball to McNeil. Now he gets it to him. McNeil drives inside, looks for an pass to Jess. Jess wasn't ready for it. He wasn't even looking at the pass. Bounces right in front of him and out of bounds. So unforced turnover. Gaels get the ball. 131 left, 33-17. And we're going to have a substitution here on the out of bounds. Inbound is coming Parker Boozman, and out is going Brody Harper. So Boozman in for Harper now. Boozman getting his first time off the bench. A little free time, little playing time here with 1:30 left. Not wanting to keep the colder players in. They keep their warmed-up starters, and of course, Jess, who's in for Piper, who has 2 or 3 fouls. Koopman gets the ball down. He does the same move as last time. He's going to get fouled on the layup. He goes baseline, gets McNeil off his feet. McNeil comes on top of him. Koopman's going to the line, shooting 3, 1:18, 33-17. As he gets set up, we're going to talk about Fort Frenzy and Godfathers. It's all fun and games at Fort Frenzy, complete with attractions, pizza buffet, and arcade, and there's something fun for all members of the family. They're located on 1st Avenue South in Fort Dodge. Thank you very much, Fort Frenzy and Godfathers, for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Koopman's first shot goes up and good. 34-17, again, doubling them up here in the second quarter of the first half of the game here. I go, well, that would make sense if it's the second quarter. It'd be the first half. You can't have a second quarter and be in the second half. That's the kind of logic I bring to this game, folks. Koopman sets up for his second shot. This one is up, and it's good. 35-17, minute 18 left in the quarter. As they get the ball in to Michelson. Michelson brings the call up. He's across the timeline over the left-hand side to Turner. Turner looking here. Oh, drags his foot, doesn't get called, but the pass is intercepted by Logan Hansen, who gives it over to Hunter Horn, who goes all the way down for the layup, and good. 37-17, 20-point lead, 1 minute left here in the quarter. Cadets try to bring the ball across as they give it to Parker Boozman. Parker does get across the court. They give it to Callis. Callis way outside for the three-pointer, and it's good. He is hot from out there. You can't leave him unguarded. He's just making those like it's his job, and he's getting paid. So, ball down here. We got Koopman on the far right side with the ball. He dribbles in. He's in the lane, goes all the way outlet to Miracle. Miracle drives in just outside the lane, puts up a little free field goal shot, no good. Rebounded by Callis. Quick pass down to Michelson. Michelson can't handle the ball as he ends up traveling, and that's an unforced turnover. 26 seconds left, no shot clock, 37-20 lead by the Gaels as we got 26 seconds left here in the half. Remember, at halftime, I want to have an interview with Coach Tracy from the girls' coach after their victory tonight. I gotta look at the score, but I can't remember. They won by a lot. So, Hunter Horn gets the ball, gives it back to McElroy. McElroy, 18 seconds left, says we're going to take last shot. That's what they're going to play for. Whether it's good or not, they're going to take the last shot. Nobody guarding him, so he can hold it as long as he wants. Now he calls for the play to start. 9 seconds left. Quick dribble, gives it to Hunter Horn. Hunter comes in. Floater right at the free throw line. It's good. 4 seconds left. 39-20, 19-point lead. And that's going to do it for the half, ladies and gentlemen. The Gaels go into the halftime with a 39-20 lead here at half. We're going to go back to studio. This is Lance Lennon coming to you live here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com, and live video stream on our Facebook and YouTube page. Thank you very much. And back to you, Brock.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
Good luck as you begin your
basketball at St. Edmond Gymnasium as the Gaels take on the Cadets in tonight's doubleheader. Earlier, first game of the night, we had the girls taking on the Cadet girls. And, of course, the Gael girls won that game at a score. I just had it in front of me, 58-37, I want to say. And now I can't find my scorecard. Anyway, I've got Coach Tracy here with me to give us a little bit of talk of the game. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. We're glad to have you here on the halftime show. Remember, this is the Loftusweiler halftime show here, brought to you live from the gymnasium. So, Coach, okay, so you had some stuff to say after the girls' game last time. Do you have anything to say this time negative?
Obviously, my mindset is there's always things I see that we can do to improve, but, and it's, like I said before, it's early in the season, but, with 2 cancellations this week, we had a lot of time to work and fine tune some things. And I think we were able to execute much, much better, more consistently tonight than we did last Friday.
It was the defense, I said early on, it was tenacious D. They just were all over the Cadets. Did they just, I know you practice it, but did you expect it to work that well?
I have high expectations. And defense has always kind of been my thing. The offense will eventually take care of itself. The ball will fall, but you got to be able to stop teams. And Iowa Falls, they got that Elodie England. She was an all-conference player last year as a freshman. She's a very good ball player, plays a lot of AAU. I don't know exactly which program she plays for, but she basically plays year-round. She's a very good ball player, and I thought, Chloe did a great job on her tonight. And then when we switched it off and went on her for a while, I thought we held her in check for the most part. I think, England, she ended up with like 12 or something like that, and I want to say at least half of them were from the free throw line.
She did get 12, and yes, you are correct. 5 of them were from the free throw line, and only 2 points in the first half. I mean, so you really she liked to go left in the first half a lot. Like, seriously, I was just like every time she was driving left, and Chloe was there. It just closed it off.
Did you read my scouting report? Because what I told Chloe in the locker room when I said, you got England, I said, she prefers to go left. She's right-handed, but she wants to go left 90% of the time. She can go right, but she wants to go left 90% of the time. That's her comfort zone.
It was at least 75% tonight, if not more, that she did go left. She has a nice spin move, though. She gets you to go left, and then she can to do that. And she does that what you see on YouTube now, a lot of that. She takes one step, pivots, and takes the second, and
right.
It looks almost like they're traveling, but they're not.
Yeah, and that's
but you guys can't cover it that well.
Well, and that's one thing I felt like Chloe and Anna did a great job of tonight. When she would go one direction, we stayed in front of her. When she went to spin, we stayed down. We didn't go for the block shots. And that's one thing I've tried preaching since I took over this program is we're not going to block shots. We're just going to contest them, stay on the floor, box out, secure the rebound. And if they hit a contested shot, they're going to hit a contested shot. Now, things change a little bit when you got somebody that's 6'2" on your team.
That's what I was going to say. Speaking of block shots, Horn had 4, and one of them I didn't know, was it a steal or a block? Because the girl went up and Eden just grabbed the ball.
Yeah, it is nice having someone with size. It allows us to be more aggressive out front because we can, take chances out guarding the ball or being off the ball. Because if they get biased in those situations, we got Eden protecting. And even Liv Andrew does a pretty good job protecting them there. So I think, we're continuing to take strides, and I think we're going in the right direction here.
Andrew did a nice job, but Eden, she went into halftime with a double-double already, and then about doubled it up in the second half. So 20 points, 16 rebounds, just a very nice welcome back play from Eden there.
Yeah, it was good to get her back on the court. I know she was going to play Tuesday and Thursday. Still limping a little bit in practice, but just good to get her back in some game action and test the ankle out and see how it is.
Well, I got to get some stats in for the first half for the boys' game, but thank you for taking time and joining us. Appreciate talking to you as always.
Yes, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Have a great one. Thanks, Coach. Congratulations. That was Coach CJ Tracy, the girls' coach here for St. Edmond, and Victor tonight. And I did catch the final score, the real score. It wasn't 58-37, it was 58-31. So 27-point win for the girls tonight. So let's talk stats for the boys here in the first half. Just listening to the game, you probably already know that Hunter's got quite a few points. He has got 25 in the first half with 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 2 steals. But he, his coach always said he doesn't get those shots if the other players aren't playing well also. They can't just count that he's always going to do that. You have to produce too. And he's got people helping him out. Carson Bargfried has 4. Ty Miracle has 6, draining 2 3-pointers, forcing people to come out and guard him. And you got Jacob Koopman with 4, with 1 from the floor and 2 from the stripe. So that is the points there for the Gaels as they lead 39-20 at the half. Pretty decent job right now, of course, Carson Callis with 11 points and 3 threes, and those are threes that would be NBA threes. They would be international threes. They would be Caitlin Clark threes. They were from areas far outside the zip code that he was making those in. So, he wasn't even being guarded out that far, and I think at that point McElroy said, I can't just let you be out there now. I got to pick you up a little bit earlier. So we're going to go ahead, go back to studio for a little break. This is Lance Lennon coming to you live here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com. Pass coming in for the Cadets by McNeil as he gives it to Callis. Callis is going to have the ball as he works up. And I lost all my paperwork. I don't know where I put it. I'm going to have to find it. I apologize. Stuff going on here at halftime. And Callis misses the shot. Rebounded by McElroy. Ball comes down court. They get it to Horn over on the bottom right. He goes against Piper. Not there. Back out to McElroy. Over to Koopman. He's on the line. It's not there. Rebound is tipped out by Callis, but then picked up by Michelson gives the ball over to McNeil. McNeil has it on the left-hand side against Bargfried. A little bit of a jump-in push-off, but nothing called. So here comes Callis on the inside against McElroy. He comes in and goes out with a three-pointer, and it's good to start the half. 39-23. Callis with another three-pointer. I just don't know how they're going to stop him short of anything else. Quick inbound into the Hunter Horn, who just nice little move inside around 2 defenders and puts up the layup. It's good. 41-23. Callis brings the ball up court, gives it to Michelson. Michelson over on the far right works his way up to the half court, to the top of the key. Goes back over to the left. Into Callis. Callis at the top of the key. Not there. Gives it over to McNeil on the right. McNeil goes deep on the right-hand side. Picks up his dribble. And now it's in the hands of Piper. Piper way up front. He tries to get into Turner. Turner, long pass, almost loses it. He managed to keep control. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Turner takes a long shot. It goes off the backboard. 41-25 with 4 seconds left. They give it into Koopman. Koopman drives into the lane very quickly. Get Turner off of his feet. Goes for the layup. Misses. Gets his own rebound. Comes down. He's going to call for travel as he was tripped around on the inside. They don't call a trip. They don't call a push. They call a travel. I think that's the easy call for the ref rather than trying to find a foul on somebody. But still no fouls for this quarter. 6:22 left. 41-25. Gale 16-point lead. Callis gets the ball as they inbound. He's picked up right at half court by McElroy because, well, if you don't pick him up out there, he'll take a shot. Over to McNeil. McNeil to Piper. Piper coming in. Nothing there. He gets it down low to Turner. Back out to Piper. Piper coming around the corner. Tries to go around the defenders. Gets pickpocketed. It goes out of bounds on the Gaels. 18 seconds on the shot clock. The Cadets are going to take it out at the underneath on their end of the court, but on the far right-hand side. They get the ball all the way out to Piper, and he's going to be fouled by Koopman, who just had his hands up trying to block the pass, but he did. I don't know what they're going to call, but they called the foul on him anyway. So Koopman picks up his first foul of the game, first team foul for the Gaels, and that's going to reset the shot clock. Gaels takes the ball in the backcourt. McElroy picks him up. They go over to the left-hand side to Michelson. Michelson dribbles top of the key, gets the ball into Turner at the top of the key, over to Piper. Piper with the long two. Not there. McElroy with the rebound. Quick outlet pass to Horn. Horn comes around Piper. Goes up for the shot. Not there, but on the floor, they're going to call Piper for the foul. They're going to call Piper on the block. He knows it. He was moving. Horn ran right into him. He knew what he was doing, but no shot on that one. They go out of bounds, but Piper picks up his third foul early here in the third quarter, and I think that's what Horn's going to do all night. Just take the inbound pass, quickly goes to Horn. He gets fouled again by Piper, and just like that, he picks up his fourth foul as Hunter got him off his feet, goes for the shot, no good. Piper knows he's coming out before they even line it up, and they're going to take it to the line with Horn. Well, as they're getting ready, let's talk about one of our sponsors, Riley Armstrong Plumbing and Heating. Since 1989, they have specialized in new construction, remodeling, and repair in the Fort Dodge area and across Iowa. Their fully licensed crew is prepared to tackle any plumbing and heating job that is thrown their way. They offer free estimates and inexpensive service calls. That's Riley Armstrong Plumbing and Heating. Horn's first shot is up, and it is good. And that takes it to 42-25, 17 points again. In comes Jess for the 4-foul holding Piper. One last shot for Horn. Before he goes, we'll talk Kemna Auto of Fort Dodge. You can test drive one of their all-new electric vehicles. Kemna Auto of Fort Dodge at 10 South 25th Street, driven to serve, powered by you. Second shot by Horn is good, 43-25. Horn now has 29 points on the game. Michelson brings the ball up for the Gaels. He's picked up by Gaels. Gaels meets him before half court. They give it over to Gaels. Gaels gives it to Turner at the top of the key. Turner tries to get inside, not there. Hands it off to McNeil. McNeil picks up his dribble, back over to Michelson. Michelson brings it back top. Bargfried, they're going to call for the block as he is forcing Michelson's hand. So they're going to call the push on Bargfried. 42, that's going to be his third foul. Not a necessary foul. I think he was working to try to get it over on back on that one, but he doesn't get it. Resets the shot clock as the Cadets are going to take the ball out in front of their own bench. Give it to Gaels in the backcourt. Gaels picked up right away by McElroy. He drives into the free throw line. He goes up, back on his feet. They're going to call no foul as McElroy hits the ball, not the player. Koopman gets the rebound, drives down, gets it to him. Bargfried in the bottom right, goes 2 steps in, goes for the shot. It is blocked by Jess. He gets the rebound, an outlet pass to Horn. Horn at the top of the key gives it to McElroy to reset the audience, or the offense. 20 seconds on the shot clock as nothing hit the rim there. So it's 15 seconds. McElroy working the ball around the top of the key. Over to Gaels on the right-hand side. He comes into the lane, works around through 2 defenders, up and in. His first 2 points of the game, but they are good points. So that's Gaels' first 2. 45-25, 20-point lead. McNeil has the ball going right to left. Gives it to Michelson on the left-hand side. Michelson covered, that's Gaels, not Michelson. Turner at the top of the key, covered by Koopman. Can't get it in. Back to Gaels on the right. Gaels working all over, trying to get a nice behind-the-back pass. He loses it, goes all the way across court. Not there. He's picked up by Bargfried down in the hole, bottom corner, off the glass from down low is brought to McNeil. I don't know how he even banked that, but he did. Quick pass down to Gaels as he misses the layup. Rebound to Horn. Horn goes up for the second shot. They call a travel, not a foul. So travel on Horn. Audience can't believe it. But then we get a timeout called. Or no, we're just getting a substitution in. Out comes Michelson, and in goes Boozman. Parker Boozman back in for the Cadets. McNeil bringing the ball in as full court press is brought on by the Gaels. They get it to Gaels. Now everybody backs up a little bit except McElroy, who's going to go ahead and guard. Bit of a moving pick on that one by McNeil, but they're going to let it go. Boozman has the ball. He's double teamed and picked by McElroy. McElroy coming down quickly. He's up against McNeil. He goes in for the shot. Fouled hard by McNeil. He doesn't get the shot, but McNeil picks up the foul. That's going to be McNeil's third foul. So quite a few of the Cadets getting into a little bit of foul trouble here. 3:57, a 45-28 lead. McElroy goes to the line, shooting his first 2 free throws. His first shot is up, and it's good. Stepping up to the line like he knows what he's doing, meaning business. Gets his first points of the game. I think that's his first point. Again, offense led by McElroy most of the time, doing a great job finding the open players. Miracle comes in, Gaels goes out. As McElroy gets to shoot his second shot. And this one is up, and it's good. So 37-28, 19-point lead by the Gaels. Give the ball to Turner as the Cadets come up court. He's at the top of the key. Over to Boozman on the right-hand side. Nothing there. He picks up the dribble. He's covered by Koopman. Koopman strips the ball from him, gets his handle, but before he gets control, they call a jump ball, even though I kind of thought it was loose the whole time. They're going to say jump, but great defense. Possession arrow goes to the Gaels. So a turnover on the Gaels. 3:39. I think I just squeaked there, people. I am sorry. 3:39 left in the quarter. Bargfried back in. Bargfried over on the right-hand side drives all the way in the lane against two defenders, splits them and puts it up and in, kind of uncontested. None of the defenders wanted a foul, so they kind of just let him go, and that was nice. He went in for the layup. Boozman brings the ball across court as he's taking control at the point. Gives it to Callis way outside on the left-hand side, but again, he'll take that shot all day and twice on Sunday to get it to Jess, who gets it to Turner over on the right-hand side. Turner fakes the shot, passes it back to Jess, who tries to give and go, and it's caught and is intercepted by Koopman, who gets it quickly downfield to Bargfried, who throws it. Looks like he's going for a layup to Horn, or actually an alley-oop, but he ends up throwing it off the hands of Harper as it goes out of bounds on the Cadets. So the Gaels are going to take over as Gallus comes in and McElroy gets a little bit of a breather here. So Gallus going to inbound the pass. 3:03 left in the quarter. Gaels lead 49-28, 21-point lead. Turner's going to leave the game for the Cadets. And Cade Fritz is going to get his first playing time of the night. So Cade Fritz coming in for the Cadets. Quick move by Koopman as he walks right around Fritz. He goes in and makes the layup. And one, it looks like. Who are they going to call that on? Is that going to be on Jess? Basket's good. Yes, they're calling that one on Jess. So Jess picks up another foul. I think that's going to be his second. Yep, it is his second according to the board. And that's going to be the fourth team foul on the Cadets, meaning one more foul, and we're shooting two with 3 minutes left here in the quarter. Koopman going to shoot his one free throw. Lines everything up. Takes his shot. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Kraus for the Callis for the Cadets. Callis brings it up. And it's picked up by Gallus. Callis and Gallus. All right, now we go down to Jess on the right-hand side bottom. He's being guarded by Horn. Nothing moving for him. Back to Michelson, and over to Callis. Long three, and it's good. That's got to be 5 for him on those, and he's just draining those. 5 3-pointers from way downtown. I think the closest one he had was 2 feet off the 3-point line. Horn gets the ball on the left-hand free throw line, drives all the way in the lane. Little scoop shot, not good. Goes for the rebound, ends up on the floor. Koopman gets the rebound as it was loose, and he puts in the shot after that. And it looks like Jess is going to be on the ground for the Cadets. I don't know what happened. If he poked his eye, yeah, he got poked in the eye somehow. It stings. They're going to call timeout, and when they call timeout, they're going to have to take him out, I'm sure. He doesn't want to get up. Since they took a timeout while he was down, he has to come out of the game, I think. Yep, they're pulling him out, and Turner comes in for Jess. So right now, Callis and Turner are the only 2 starters for the Cadets still playing. Matter of fact, Jess wasn't even a starter. At that time, Callis was the only starter still playing for the Cadets. Cadets take the ball out on their own side. Right now, we have full court set up by the Gaels. Callis gets the ball. Everybody kind of backs off a bit, except they're going to pick him up quickly and guard him the whole time. Giving him about 5 foot as he's at the top of the key over the right-hand side to Turner. Turner looking for a shot, not there. Give it to Michelson. Michelson comes back up to the top right. Keeps his dribble. Hasn't been picked it up yet. He's down in the lane, not there. He's being guarded by Horn. It's 5'8" against 6'2", 6'5", whatever Horn is. Ball is loose and on the ground, and I think they're going to call... I don't know how they're calling the jump on that one. I think that should have been a travel, but Gallus manages not to travel while rolling on the ground with the ball, and they call a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Cadets. I don't know if jump ball resets the shot clock. If not, there's only 9 on it. Doesn't look like it's gonna. So long inbound pass to Turner. It's tipped by Koopman. But Turner gets it. He's wide open underneath and puts in the layup. Another 2 points for Turner. 53-33 Gaels lead. They give the ball to Miracle over on the left-hand side. Give it to Gallus, who drives down the left-hand side. Underneath, quick little fake jump, nothing there. He goes back up, puts it in. 55-33. Minute 33 left in the third quarter. Here comes Callis for the Cadets. He's being guarded by McElroy. He goes inside and jumps back very quickly. Down deep to Michelson, who does the three from, that was Boozman, pardon me, not Michelson. That's Brody Harper. We'll get that name eventually right, and they're going to call, I think, an offensive block. They are going to call a block on that one. So Koopman got the ball low. He goes inside, and he's going to call a block on Cade Fritz. So Cade Fritz getting in the record books now, or at least in the stat book tonight. He gets his first foul. Minute 15 left in the third quarter. As Koopman gets to set shot two, let's thank Community Tap and Pizza. They're a great place to take the family or just hang out with your friends. Have a great meal with no work needed. They got it covered for you. Community Tap and Pizza located on 5th Avenue South in Fort Dodge. Their pizza sounds good, too. I'm kind of hungry, I think, folks. Koopman's first shot is up and good. 56-36. Gaels lead by 20 with a minute 15 in the third. Second free throw for Koopman is up, and it is good. Koopman now 8 points and 1 foul on the evening. The Cadets give the ball over to Harper. Harper's leading the offense. They give it to Turner on the bottom right. He's outside the three-point line, drives inside baseline against Koopman, gets it. Nice little floater as it goes up and in over Koopman and Horn, 57-38. McElroy takes the ball all the way down, spin move. He gets down, gets it inside to Koopman. Koopman makes the defender jump as he stayed on the ground, and then second jump, he puts it in, 59-38. Callis has the ball over to Michelson on the left-hand side. He's looking to gives it to Turner. And they're going to say it's off Turner and out of bounds as Koopman manages to interfere with that pass. So the turnover by Koopman, and the Gaels get the ball, 37 seconds left. 2-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, 59-38 here in the third quarter, leading by 21. They give it to Horn. Horn at the free throw line right now against Turner. Out to Miracle. Down low to Koopman, who gets it into Horn. Into the lane. Hook shot. Not there, but he gets his own rebound. Outlet to Miracle. Back to Miracle. Miracle shoots the three. It's good. 62-38 as they go up by 24 with 11 seconds left in the quarter. Cadets come down. They try and get it into Turner. It's picked off by McElroy, who gives a quick pass to Gaels, who does a reverse layup there. He goes, instead of going to the right-hand side, he goes to the left, and it's good. 64-38. 0 seconds left as we go into the third quarter. This is Lance Lennon coming to you live here, Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com, streaming live on YouTube and on Facebook.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jessica Miracle in Fort Dodge today.
Boys lead the Cadet boys 64-38. If my maths are correct, that's 26 points here. We got final 8 minutes of play as the Cadets have the ball and inbounded. They get the ball to Callis. Callis right now with 5 3-pointers. Gets it over there to Parker Boozman. Brody Harper. Pass is broken up by Gaels. Quick outlet to Koopman. Koopman's down low underneath. He goes in for the layup. And it's good. Koopman with more points tonight as he's kind of on a bit of a roll. He hadn't scored much in the first, but 11 points here in the second half. And he's rocking their world as I think they're making a lot of, ladies and gentlemen, I think they're going to call, they really like the jump ball. So the pass was meant to go to Brody McNeil. McElroy intercepts the pass, breaks off with it, but before he can break it off, they said, oh, no, you both had possession. We're calling a jump ball. So jump ball, possession arrow goes to the Gaels. McElroy brings it over the timeline, gives it over the right-hand side to Gaels. Back down to McElroy to Gaels, who drives in the lane, goes up for two, misses the layup. Rebound goes into, they're going to call jump. That's what they call. It's okay. Jump ball between Gaels and Piper. Piper's back in with 4 fouls. I think at that point he was just happy he wasn't called for some sort of foul. He'll take a jump. Cadets get the ball on the possession arrow. They inbound to Brody Harper. Harper brings the ball across the timeline. He's picked up by Gaels. He looks to go in the lane. Not there. They give it to Piper. Piper goes baseline, and they're going to call a block on Horn. He backed right into him, pushed hard as Horn was leaning into him. So Horn, 34, is going to pick up his first foul of the game. First team foul for the quarter. And first team foul of the quarter. Cadets going to go ahead and inbound under their own basket. They get the ball, long pass, tried to get it to Turner. It's intercepted by Koopman. Koopman gets a quick one to Horn. Horn, of course, slams it home. Another dunk here tonight. That's one for Bargfried, one for Horn. 68-38, 30-point lead in the fourth quarter. Gaels goes out to the three-point line. He tries to pass the ball off to McNeil. McNeil's pass is tipped by Bargfried. He gets the ball back, guys, for the shot. McNeil misses the shot, gets the rebound to McElroy. McElroy gets it long down court to Bargfried. Tries to go baseline, not there. Back to Bargfried. He does do baseline with a floater, and it's good. 70-38, 32-point lead. Gaels 6:38 left in the quarter. Gaels taking a commanding lead, and we're going to have a timeout on this one. We'll go back to the full timeout, so we're going to go back to studio. This is Lance Lennon here live on Sunny 99.7, YourFortDodge.com.
Down in 5-4.
We're back for 6:30 left in the fourth quarter. This is Lance Lennon coming to you live from Gale Gymnasium on Sunday 99.7. Gaels thumping the Cadets. The Cadets had the ball. They're coming down low. Brody Harper goes underneath. Before he can get the pass off, they're going to call a foul on Gaels. And they're going to say on the floor. He went to the line thinking he was going to shoot. Sorry, you're not going to shoot. This time Harper's going to come out, and Michelson's going to come back in for the Gaels. The Cadets, pardon me. Calling a lot of names, getting confused sometimes. I guess that comes with age. Long outlet pass to Turner, not there. It is broken up by Koopman all the way down. It's loose. Gaels picks it up right under the hoop, puts it up and in. Cadets come back up 72-38. 34-point lead. McNeil deep down in. Not anything there. Another pass intercepted and picked off by the Gaels, or rather picked out, and they come down. Gaels picks it up. They're going to end up calling a block on Koopman as they were fighting for the ball at half court. Gaels did have the ball. Koopman ran into him. That's going to be Koopman's second foul, the third team foul of the quarter. Bringing in a lot of new players, not new players, but bringing other players back in. So Logan Hansen in, Horn in, McElroy in, Miracle in, and Bargfried in for the Gaels. Out to Gaels. We got Gaels, Michelson, McNeil, Turner, and Piper, the starting five, back in for the Cadets. Piper has the ball at the three-point free throw line, goes for a floater. No shot, no good. They're going to call Bargfried with the foul. Bargfried's going to have his fourth foul. I don't think he was happy with that one, whether the call or the personal fact that he did it, I don't know. But that's 4 fouls, 5:52 left. That's the fourth team foul, one more, and the Cadets start shooting free throws, and the clock does stop. Inbound pass comes in quickly to Gaels. Gaels goes with a floater off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound to Hansen. Hansen gets the ball to McElroy. McElroy brings the ball up. He dribbles down the right-hand side. Gets the ball to Horn. Horn at the free throw line. Little floater. No good, in and out of the rim. And then Gaels gets the rebound. Gaels bringing the ball back up court for the Cadets. Remember, he likes to shoot from just about anywhere on that court, and he's not afraid to shoot the 75-foot three-pointer. Gives the ball to McNeil. McNeil has the ball, and he's trying to drive inside. Goes up against Bargfried. Barkfried, of course, taking this away. He wants us not foul, so they're going to probably take it to him every time they can. Quick pass down the court to Hunter Horn. Hunter, quick two-step layup, and it's up and good. 74-40, still a 34-point lead as Callis comes up court for the Cadets. They give the ball over on the right-hand side to McNeil. McNeil tries to get it in. It's not there. They do get it to Piper at the free throw line. He dribbles out up to the top of the key where he gives it to Michelson. Michelson back to McNeil. McNeil tries to get into Turner. Hansen tips the pass. They get it to Piper. Piper goes for the shot. The shot is blocked, but they're going to call a foul after the block, I think. And are they going to call it while he was shooting? I'm not sure, but definitely a block by Horn. They call 34 with the body, and they're going to put, doesn't matter either way. He's shooting two because that's the fifth team foul. So Horn picks up his second foul on Piper, or while blocking Piper's shot. I would like to give him the block on that one and not the foul, but I think the foul knocks the block out. First free throw off the front of the rim and no good. Lindsey Simpson, American Family Insurance, makes this broadcast possible. Trust your insurance needs to Lindsey Sampson, American Family Insurance in Fort Dodge. Ask about handling your property, life, vehicle, or farm and ranch insurance today. Contact Lindsey at 515-855-7000. Second shot, Piper is good. Get a free quote. Check her out on Facebook, LYNSEY Simpson, American Family Insurance. Thank you very much, Lindsey, for your support. Gaels bring the ball down court. Miracle has it on the left-hand side. Down to Hansen. Hansen up to Horn. Horn just inside the three-point line, puts up a floater. Not good. Rebounded by Turner for the Cadets. Turner gives the ball to McNeil. McNeil brings the ball across half court. He's on the right-hand side. Gets it over to Piper down low on the left-hand side. He tries to come up and dribble. Not there. Gives it to Turner. Turner, three-pointer off the bank. It's good. 74-44. Gaels lead still by 30. Gallus brings the ball across half court. Looking for an open player. Barkfree just had an open break. Didn't get it to him, but that's okay because Miracle gets the ball. Goes for the three, and it's good. Miracle hitting threes like he means it tonight. Not quite like Callis, but definitely like Miracle. Callis has the ball, gives it to McNeil. McNeil has the ball over on the left-hand side. He comes back to center, comes down the lane as it's wide open, takes a nice little floater. A 10 floater from about 10 to 12 feet there. It goes good, 77-46. Gaels. Here comes Gallus across half court. A little bit of a lax defense being here by the Cadets, giving them room to play. They give it to Horn on the right-hand side. Horn pulls up for a three off the front of the rim. Barkfried with the rebound. He decides he's going to shoot the three on the outside, and it's good. Three-pointer, 80-46. Gaels just tacking on the points now. Here comes Callis across the half-court line. Stays back, calls for someone to come up. No one sets a pick for him, so gives the ball over to McNeil on the left-hand side. McNeil gets the ball to Turner. Turner loses the handle, picks it back up, gets it to McNeil on the far bottom left. He dribbles up, gives it to Turner, who's almost at the top of the key. He dribbles a couple times on the right-hand side, left-hand side, goes down far deep to McNeil. Nothing there but Horn, as it was basically a pass to Hunter at that point in time. Gallus comes across court, and we got a timeout called now, 30 seconds for Coach. Wow, we'll take this 30-second timeout. Let's thank a couple of our sponsors here. Fortin Schlegel, CPA PC, your trusted advisor. Their focus is you and your business. With over 100 years of experience in agricultural accounting and taxation, you can trust they will be here to consistently advise you on all your financial needs. Check out Fortin Schlegel, CPA, on Facebook. And how about ServPro of Fort Dodge? They provide 24-hour emergency service and is the area's #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. They handle cleanup jobs that you wouldn't want anything to do with, serving Webster, Calhoun, Hamilton, Pocahontas, and Wright counties. Call them at 515-955-4009, like it never happened. All right, complete line change here for the Gaels, and it looks like for the Cadets, except Callis is going to stay in. So they're keeping Callis in. I think just want to pad his stats tonight. He's going to start playing against the second string. So we have Hansen, Een, Nealon, Miracle, and Loftusweiler in. Een gets the ball on the right-hand side. He dribbles into the key. Nothing there. Hansen the ball. Back over to Loftusweiler. Loftusweiler top of the key to Miracle. Gives it to Nealon. Nealon on the outside. Gives it to Een. Een up top. Passes over to Loftusweiler. Loftusweiler back to Miracle at the top of the key. 13 on the shot clock. They get it into Nealon. Nealon takes a couple of dribbles. Not there. They give it to Een just inside the three-point line. It's off the rim. Not good. Logan Hansen gets the rebound. Puts it up and one the old-fashioned way. Three-pointer coming up, or attempt for Logan Hansen as he makes the basket. I think gets his first two as he gets on the board and in the stat books for points tonight. So Logan gets a chance at a three-pointer here. 82-46, 2:25 left in the game. While we wait for him to take his shot, we want to go ahead and say thank you to another one of our sponsors, and that'd be Dan Flattery State Farm Insurance in Fort Dodge. Contact Dan at 515-955-7178. The ball is up and good. That's three-pointer for Logan Hansen today. Today for the best home, auto, and life insurance rates. Get a free quote. Check him out at danflattery.com today. Thank you, Dan. We appreciate your support. 83-46. Gaels lead by about 3 dozen as the Cadets bring the ball up. Kate Olberding, that is Brody Harper, brings the ball up. And they give the ball to Parker Hughes Boozman. Boozman, top of the key. Nice little dribble, give and go. An attempted shot. He was falling down. I don't know what he was doing, but he did take a shot there. That was Cade Fritz trying to get some points. No good. Rebounded. They get the ball to Nealon. Nealon on the far long three. Not good. Rebounded by Boozman. Boozman gets the ball to Harper. Harper brings the ball up across the timeline. He's going to try to go to the lane. Not there. Long, quick pass to Jess is out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover to the Gaels. 1:50 left in the game. Clock is just running at this point in time, continuous clock. And here comes Griffin Loffelsweiler up court with the ball. Loffelsweiler gets it over to not Ian. That's going to be Jacob Moore. Jacob Moore gets the ball. Then they get it to Ian inside for a layup. And that's my nephew, number 24, Thomas Ian. 2 points as he gets in the stat books for the night. Nice little play there by the Gaels. 85-46. Thomas Kenobi going out for the Gaels, and coming in for the Gaels is Jamison Baker. Jamison Baker getting a little court time tonight also. 1:25 left in the game. Renaud gets the ball for the Cadets, gives it to Jess, who tries driving in the lane. He's up against Nealon, and Nealon causes him to miss the shot. Rebounded by Moore, gets the ball to Baker. Baker brings the ball over to Loffelsweiler, comes across court. Gets the ball to Moore. Moore has the ball top of the key. Back to Baker. Baker gets the ball to Griffin Loffelsweiler. Loffelsweiler looking for him. So he picked up his dribble, looking to get the ball to someone. He's got about 2 seconds left. Gets it to Nealon. Nealon does a sky hook. No good, but the rebound in the hands of Moore. Moore determined to keep the ball alive, and he does. They get it up top of the key to Loffelsweiler. Over to Ian. Ian looks for the three. Not there, but he drives in the lane. Loses the ball. Gets it to Griffin. Loffelsweiler picks it up. Gives it to Baker. Baker, long three. Air ball, but it's still saved by Moore. They're going to say Moore was out of bounds. Listen, folks, he hit the ball before he went out of bounds, but that's okay. Turnover with 33 seconds as the Gaels lead 85-46. 28 seconds here in the game, continuous clock, as the Cadets bring in a couple more people. We got Sullivan Veneer. I don't know how to say that. If it's Venner or Veneer, I apologize if I'm slicing up your name there. I'm doing the best I can here, folks. They give the ball to number 30, which I think is either Nico Damiano or Prentice Howard, but he missed the shot. They had 2 players at number 30, so I don't know which one that was. Loffelsweiler gets the rebound, has the ball, he just crosses the timeline. He's very close to the time. He's kind of just holding it till the time runs out. And they're going to give the ball to Baker, who's going to hold the ball until the end of the game, and Jamison Baker puts up the 3. It's no good, even if it went. Gaels win 85-46. What a game for the Gaels here. We're going to go ahead, take it back to studio, play some commercials, pay some bills, keep the lights on. This is Lance Lennon coming to you live on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today, or call us at 955-5656.
Shoot. 1.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What an evening it's been here for the home opener for both Gale teams. The boys win 85-46, just putting a thumping on the Cadets tonight. Let's talk points and let's talk stats and let's see who was where. Of course, our offensive leader, we kind of leader of the pack is Jack McElroy. He sets up the offense. He's the one controlling the ball, controlling the play, controlling the rhythm, controlling the pace. He came in with 2 points on 2 free throws, had 2 rebounds. But this game, as is always, he's the assist man. He had 8 assists tonight, just close to that double in the assists. Grant Gaels threw up 8 points tonight and had a couple of rebounds. Good points, wide open plays where he could get in there and really causing the defense to have to play him also. It's just, you can't talk about how important that is. Jacob Koopman came alive in the second half. He had 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 6 steals, and 14 points, 4 of those coming out of 5 free throws. What a job by Jacob Koopman, with 14 points. Bargfried had 11 points, but you cannot say that's only 11 points because early on he was scoring like he wanted to, which meant, of course, the defense had to cover him. They couldn't double team the man of the hour, and the man of the hour, of course, is Hunter Horn. 33 points, 4 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 assist, and of his free throws, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 of 10. That's 90% from the free throw line. There isn't a school out there that wouldn't give anybody on the team to get a 90% free throw shooter. That is awesome. 33 points. Off the bench, Ty Miracle, 12 points off of 4 3-pointers. That meant simply you couldn't leave him out there. And just an all-around great game. Thomas Ian comes off the bench. He gets 2 points. Logan Hansen, what a great, not in my mind the 7th player. Not because I don't think he should be the 7th player, just because I just had seen Jackson Calvert do it for both the other game. And so nice to see him come in, get 3 points, and really make a difference in the play tonight also. Looked like everybody got a little bit of playing time that was suited up tonight. Happy to see. We're going to go back to studio for a minute worth of commercials. We'll come back. We'll have Coach Kokendorfer live with his post-game interview. This is Lance Lennon coming to you here on Sunny 99.7, yourfortdodge.com. That camera right down the. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And with me right now, we have Coach Kokendorfer from the boys basketball team at St. Edmond. Coach, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, no problem, Lance. Yeah.
Great to have you. We had talked in the pregame interview about how important the other players were to make sure that, basically they still had to be guarded. And I think that was exemplified tonight.
Yeah, they did a good job shooting the ball, I'll tell you. We practiced for about 3 weeks now, it seems. And so in practice, we can get away with some things like trying to trap from a distance out front or going and doubling the ball and things like that. And you can't hear. When we did it, they hit shots. So it'll be nice to get in a rhythm of games where you're playing, games every
consistently,
night.
Like every Tuesday, Friday, and sometimes 3 times.
Yeah, we've been practicing so much. So, yeah, you can get away with some stuff in practice you can't get away with in a game. So.
Yeah, and like you had talked about in terms of the importance of that, Jacob Koopman, first half, no points. But in the second half, 14 points.
Yeah.
But I think as important were 5 rebounds and 6 steals.
Yeah, and that's the thing that kids need to realize. Sometimes they get caught up in those points and stuff. But every game's different. And that showed with Jacob right there. All of a sudden there he is. He's opening up and getting steal, got a couple runouts, does a great job of ball faking, shot faking inside, and getting to the line a little bit. And he did a good job in the second half.
Did a great job, and it was fun to watch. And Logan Hansen, your number 7 man, came in. He did nice.
Thank you. He does stuff that people don't see sometimes. He's just a young guy, but he focuses on what we're telling him to do, go rebound and play some defense, set some screens away from the ball, it's things like that. Just simple stuff, and he does a pretty good job with it.
I thought he did very nice. I didn't know, when you talked about, you didn't know who the 7th player was going to be with Calvert being out, but I thought he did a great job.
Good.
Yeah. And then, of course, we got to talk about Hunter.
Who?
Hunter.
Oh, yeah, Hunter, yeah.
Who are you talking about there? 33 points on the night. I think another one of those that going to make some highlight reels, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a good guy. The kids do a good job of getting him the ball where he can score. That's really important. His teammates, and he'd be the first one to say that.
Oh, yeah, and I'm not going to say it's the Hunter Horn show. I'm going to say this was the Gale show tonight.
Yeah, and then we talked about that at halftime, too, how don't worry about the shots. If you play defense and you rebound, all of a sudden you're open, and you knock them down because you're not thinking about it. So, and they did a good job. You're right, Lance. It was 5 guys out there.
Well, it was fun to watch. They were just playing well as a team. I mean, it was unlike the Clarion game where they came out with I talked about the sillies or the willies in the beginning of the Clarion game. They came out playing tonight.
Yeah, and it's tough when you haven't played a game in a while. So they were,
but like you said, they were ready to go, chomping at the bit. So
yeah,
good to see. The only thing we have to say, for the cadets is you really have to give credit to Callis, pardon me.
How many do you have?
5 threes.
Yeah.
But I think some of them were like double threes. They were Caitlin Clark style threes.
Yeah, he was a shooter last year. His brother probably shot a little bit more than him because he was a senior.
Yep.
But the kid can score. There's no two ways about it.
No, but you did a nice job of even shutting down their players. I mean, getting Piper into foul trouble. And pretty much he wasn't a non-issue, but he was not as big an issue.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, great game, Coach. Congratulations. And thank you for taking the time to come talk to us.
Oh, not a problem, Lance.
All right.
Thank you.
Have yourself a great evening.
Yeah, do it.
And a better weekend. All right. Take care, Coach. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Corcoran over here come and talk to us. Gave us a little time after the game. We appreciate that very much. Well, folks, that about does it for tonight. I have one more sponsor I need to thank, and that is going to be as soon as I get all my paperwork in order, because sometimes I don't always have it there. There it is. Micos and Matt Furniture. Thank you, Micos and Matt. They provide customer service and quality furniture. That's been their focus since 1953. They offer a wide selection of furniture and decor in their 18,000-foot square showroom at 3336 Fifth Avenue South in Fort Dodge. Thank you, Micos and Matt, again, for helping make this broadcast possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, a couple of things coming up. We know that on a Saturday morning at Sports Talk Live from Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Fort Dodge from 9 to 10 a.m. on Sunny 99.7 in your Fort Dodge, with Joe Jaden. And this week they talk with Iowa Central football coach Jesse Montanello. Basketball will be a topic with Gaels boys coach Adolph Kokendorfer, Dodgers girl general Scott Messerly, and Iowa Central women's coach Graham McFall. Wrestling, they'll talk also with Dodgers coach Bobby Thompson and Iowa Central men's coach Luke Moffitt. And I do believe, and I don't think I'm speaking out of bounds here, I believe Bobby Thompson said this was his last year at the helm there for the Dodgers. And what a storied career he has had with the Dodgers in wrestling. On Sunday afternoon, you can listen to Iowa State men's basketball squad versus Eastern Illinois at home. Pregame coverage at 11 as they take their undefeated record up against the I don't know who the Eastern Illinois are, but the game is at noon. Coverage is on AM 540 KWMT and yourfortdodge.com. And then Sunday afternoon, the Iowa men's basketball team entertains Western Michigan at 2 o'clock. Pregame coverage at 1 on K97 and yourfortdodge.com. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening in. This is Lance Lennon saying thank you. I also want to thank Brock Freeman back in studio. Just really, he does all the hard work. All I have to do is talk. He's the one that has to pushes all the buttons and making sure things run on schedule. So thank you very much, Brock, back there. We want to thank, we have Jed over here. Studio head Jed is running the camera tonight that brought you the live feed. If you did get a chance to catch it, let us know what you think. It's new, and this is the first night we got to do it. We hope it went over as well as we think it did, and we want to know what you think about it. And that is on our YouTube stream and on the Facebook homepage. You can catch those two streams, the stream from those two places. So that's it. That does it for tonight. We'll go ahead and sign off. And this is Lance Lennon here on yourfortdodge.com, Sunny 99.7.
From the heartbeat of local radio to cutting-edge digital campaigns, Connoisseur Media connects communities like no one else. Since 2004, we've been amplifying local voices, creating unforgettable moments, and helping brands truly shine. Whether it's radio advertising, digital marketing, or video content, we build connections that matter. Ready to engage your audience? Visit connoisseurmedia.com today or call us at 955-5656.